single day I want to walk into his office and tell him that's the room I used to play Dungeons and Dragons in. Every single day I want to do it, and I don't. I have to restrain myself.
Why?
Because I know he'll be upset. Listen,
Also,
I know if I walk in that room, look him in the eye, and tell him, "Hey, for 3 years with a professor, I played D&D in this room without you knowing." Like, he would pick up his stuff and leave that room. He would move rooms almost immediately.
There's evil in this room.
It would set him on fire
There's
for
a
sure.
snake in my boot.
Same energy.
Yep. Same person, too. You guys knew that. Monly voiced Woody, right?
Yes.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Man of many talents.
Many talents?
Many talents, because he's short.
Oh my.
So, Ben, where is your ceiling?
Where is your ceiling?
Also, whose house are you in?
I bought a house.
I don't believe you.
Prove me wrong.
Ooh, fireworks.
You're right. I don't have any evidence,
No,
so it has to be right.
I'm house/dog sitting for the week.
For a house
So-
slash dog?
For a house/dog.
Ah, house slash dog.
Cat.
That's a rich freaking dog.
Slash cat.
Yeah, this dog has its own house. That's wild.
Cat dog?
It shares rent with a cat, so it's okay.
Oh, they split?
Hold on, I'm going for a walk.
Yeah.
A house?
Yep, the house is going for a walk.
It's Monster House.
Yeah, this house
I
is
don't
so
get it.
cool.
Was that something that I should have
It's the,
watched when I was a
it's the
child?
mimic shape-shifting house from... What campaign is that?
Animal House.
It's Animal House.
No. There's a freaking D&D...
Are you talking about the Doom House and Curse of Straw?
No, not the Doom House.
Plumbers?
There's an actual mimic Doom. It's a mimic that's a house that turns into a dragon when it doesn't want to be a house.
Dragon?
Huh.
It turns itself into a wooden dragon.
Well, I mean, it's a mimic, so it can do whatever the heck it wants.
Yeah.
There are no
I forget what
rules.
It was in,
The
hold on,
Everseen
what campaign is it?
anyways.
Descent into Avernus. It's
Wow,
from Descent into
I'm
Avernus.
kind of upset that you knew that.
I was playing it. That's how I know. I went inside that inn thinking it was an inn. Turns out it was a giant mimic that changed into a dragon. It was quite the time.
You were inside of a dragon.
Yes.
Wait, you were inside of it when it
Balder
changed?
was inside of a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I was.
Not all of us can be Balder.
Not all of us can't be Balder either. One of us has to be.
Yeah.
Does one of us
There's
have
always-
to be Balder,
there's
though?
always a Balder.
Yes.
Okay.
There should be a Balder in every group.
Balder,
Yep.
Lord of Germany.
One Balder, one gate, please. My two favorite things.
Good. Very
I
good
look
joke.
forward to meeting another very important and powerful NPC. And he says, "Who are you?" And we all state our names. And then it goes over to him, and he says, "Balder, Lord of Germany."
He immediately gets attacked for being a beholder. you meet like a monster hunter who's never actually seen a beholder, but he has heard tales of Balder and Baldur's Gateway.
Oh my god.
The guy has terrible insight, so no matter whether or not
He's horrible at his job, but man, is he gonna kill you? They said my
Then you're gonna have some
Balthac's
people
eyes would be extra gold.
But then you're gonna have some people who think he's actually like a lord of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, except for that's not in this world.
Which is why it would be really funny.
It's another dimension.
It's a different plane of reality.
Yeah, people wouldn't know about it.
There's some
What
people
it
that
is?
actually put them in the same world. They're just different continents on the opposite sides.
Yeah, that's wrong. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. Favorite
Know
was
what I
made by
do?
3 dragons.
What if his first name is actually Germany, but he's just speaking of
He's just the
Yoda?
lord of himself? That's so philosophical. I am my own master.
No, he's Germany, Lord of Balder.
Wait.
Yeah, like he's just speaking Yoda talk.
Yep. He's king over a beholder. It's pretty great.
That would be
Beholder.
make
I
Balder
barely
better.
know her, but I think
I need Boulder to talk like he does in that accent, and then speak like Yoda.
I did really enjoy Child Balder. I enjoyed Child everyone. I think the second y'all realized that you could do your voices, but as children last week, that game went off the rails.
2 hours later.
2 hours of a 10-minute like side thing. I literally wrote down child flashback. I had nothing planned for that. But we did get the infamous line, I don't care about family, I care about pie sales.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's almost as good as I'm on an adventure for pot roast.
Oh,
Yep. Yep, that was a good line. Okay. So introductions and then what we did last week. Introductions, fun fact. There we go. Then what we did last week, or what we've done thus far. Your choice. I'll go
Wait.
first. Trevor. This is my stream. I'm the dungeon master. My fun fact is that my computer and my chair broke today.
that wasn't fun.
Well,
No, that was sad.
it's one way to put it.
What am I hearing right now?
Me.
Quite
Oh,
healthy.
okay. I was like, is this coming from my computer?
Is it gone now? It could have been.
Ben's
music
just a
bleeding.
silhouette now. What happened?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boulder-
yeah,
well, why
Boulder's
you're a
frightening.
shadow.
Yeah.
There's no good way to do this.
Ben, the king of chateaus. Or the king of
Trying to find
chateaus,
the dog now.
depending on how you pronounce it.
King of Chateaus.
Lord of
That made you
Wait,
laugh way too much.
Oh my gosh, that would make such a good big bad. You're hunting the Lord of
Lord of
Shadows,
Chateau?
but he's actually just the Lord of Chateaus because everybody pronounces it wrong.
I'm so upset.
You finally get to him, and he's in a labyrinth of chateaus. Oh man, I need to write this down. I'm changing the whole game
Oh
now.
my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm Trevor. I'm the DM. Someone go next. I don't care who.
Hi. I'm I'm Josh, and I am playing Matthias Agnes, Tiefling Cleric.
What's your fun fact?
Hi.
Yeah, what's your fun fact?
Oh, fun fact.
My
Sorry,
fun fact was all my
gosh.
stuff broke.
Fun fact is that I take off my shoes when I come in an important house.
Huh. Do you have your
Like
shoes
a
on?
a resident.
Do you have your shoes on in Flamekeep?
Not a resident.
I would have asked what the proper etiquette was.
He probably would leave him outside if he went into what's his name's room
I
that he
don't-
pointed out.
I don't know.
Yes.
I mean, y'all walked into the Holy of Holies of the Silver Flame. I don't think there's a more important room than that.
Hell.
Then I would.
And
Then I
JL
would
does
be.
not wear shoes. That was
Yeah, but he says
specifically
residence,
stated.
so
Okay, you're right. You're right. What was if JL lives in that room?
you didn't point out a bed, impossible.
She doesn't need a bed. She sleeps on her giant six-legged dog. If you had
No,
a
that's-
humongous
no, that's the
six-legged
best
dog, would
snuggle
you not
partner
sleep on top
ever.
of it? I'd sleep on top of it every night. Okay,
Oh.
who's next?
Hey. That was my best imitation of Josh's intro.
Hmm.
Hi.
We can all do that now.
I give yours.
Hello.
I give yours like
Hi.
a 4, and Josh is
Hi.
like a 9. So
Good morning.
it is my time.
Oh boy.
My name is Jordan. I play Spike, the Triton Paladin. And a fun fact about me, me, Spike, is
God.
ever since
Yeah, me,
Patches.
that's Spike.
me, I am Spike.
That's me.
That's me, Spikerino.
Me. Hi. But ever since Patches came by and gave me the news about our mother's passing, I've had nothing but nightmares every single night.
Hey,
Wow.
Spike.
I had a fun
Fun
fact.
fact.
That was a fun
Fun.
fact.
That is a fun fact.
It's
Nothing's
not
more
having
fun than
fun.
nightmares.
I'm stuck with nightmares now.
Hey yo.
Now I'm
So is JL. Next.
Demon nightmares. You just went. You can't go again.
I'm closing it out. Bye.
He said bye.
Bye.
Wild.
Matt, I sent you a super secret message on Facebook. If you can check that.
Oh,
Somebody else
open
go
up
while Matt's doing a
Facebook.
secret mission for me.
secret agent, man.
Oh, hello there.
I didn't see you there.
Oh, hey, didn't see you come in.
Hold on, let me stop making these crepes.
I'm Joe, playing River Forge Wood. And my cool fun fact is that back before I ended up kind of scouring that old battlefield for stuff and hanging out with a tree and a guy, I used to go from town to town doing basic blacksmithing work for people because I'm proficient in blacksmith tools, and I had like a cart that I had like a little mini forge set up on, and I'd kind of roll into town, just go to the town square, do some work for some people, usually get yelled at by the existing blacksmith that was already there and wasn't very happy about me coming in on his business. And that was going fantastic. So I used my blacksmithing proficiency and my like little fire elemental friend to kind of run the forge and all of that. Until my cart broke in the middle of nowhere, and I do not have cart proficiency. So that is where all that very heavy forge equipment is still to this day. Unless it's been stolen. Bye!
Bye.
Wild.
Wow. Well, yeah. Just
Hey.
gave up on your livelihood.
Alright.
Very good.
I am Josh. I am playing Ulamok the Beastalker. My fun fact is right before everything went down in the village, in the first session when we were staying up and at Mother's house, in the house we grew up in, that night before going to bed, I skinned and cleaned the raccoon that Tyler caught. And I took the claws from the paws of the raccoon, along with a wooden raccoon that I had whittled for him, and I made him a necklace that I had meant to give him the next day. But then everyone died.
Fun
So I-
fact!
So I have a
So
necklace
fun!
with a raccoon and raccoon claws.
I really thought you were gonna say you killed and skinned Tyler. I was like, what?
Fun fact, I killed him first.
No, I made
Fun
because he
fact,
was my
tragedy.
favorite kid of the village. I made him a necklace to remind him of his first catch. But now he's dead.
Now he's gone, and so is that raccoon.
Well, yeah.
Now all I could picture is like as we're going towards the house, Josh's character's like, "Well, I'm sorry, Tyler." Like taking out his knife, just I gotta do you right,
It's-
like the rest of nature. Just
There can only be
Sorry.
one hunter in this town, and it's me. It's not you.
Papa needs a new coat.
Oh,
No!
walks in hat.
Oh,
no!
that's awful.
Who are you wearing? Oh my gosh.
Tyler, actually. Jimmery!
Just to let stream know, I am not wearing a child as a coat.
Why not? Anyways,
Because that's
It's
Not
not
canonically.
not
In here?
not in game.
Wait,
Most orc thing I have ever heard. Just
we're in Eberron.
clarifying.
God,
I swear I am not.
why are we
wearing a
hyping up the
child.
fact that a child is dead? Stop redeeming this. This is a dead kid.
Where's our mom?
Oh my gosh.
So is our mom. So is everyone you know and love. Anyways.
Trauma.
Okay. Well, hi, I'm Ben. I play Baldur, Lord of Germany, the Cavalier Human Fighter. Fun fact, so Baldur despises lizard people because for the first 2 years, like when he first got his halberd that talked to him, he was thinking that every time it talked, it was a lizard person that he happened to pass by. And so, yeah, they all are his enemy.
You hate an
Coincidentally,
entire
there was a
race
lizard
of,
person passing by.
Like
He is the Lord of Germany.
you're talking to your halberd while riding your tiger thing,
Never mind.
and you're just like, man, there's lizard people somewhere around here, like just constantly.
Huh.
Yep.
I want to say
Only
welcome to
lizard
Nunez, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the game. Okay, well, apparently you hate lizard people. 2S is an all lizard person campaign.
Everyone's now a lizard person.
Yep,
You
you are all lizard people to begin with. Please take off your flesh.
Well,
Oh.
Welcome to the stream.
Oh, hey, Joe. I know Joe.
come look at my showers.
My showers.
My showers.
My name is Matt. I play Barshun, the Tiefling Bard. One of the reasons that Barshun didn't quite make it in his schooling is because he kind of disagreed with their curriculum. Because the beginning curriculum of barding is mostly just nursery rhymes. So he's got a great repository of nursery rhymes that he can spout off, but like he just got fed up with that over the first like 2 courses when it was all just nursery rhymes to learn to be a bard. Like they just wanted to start with the foundations or whatever. So now he's got a whole bunch of nursery rhymes in his head.
Question. Is a reason that you were getting bored is because you kept having like to fall asleep because the nursery rhymes were putting you to sleep?
Is that why you were asleep in class in the back?
Most of the time. Probably most of the time.
He's really,
Yes.
really susceptible to nursery rhymes.
The ones about sheep, definitely.
Hey,
But then there's
also,
like the Jack be Nimble. That one's kind of peppy.
Yeah.
Minus 100 XP for everyone because nobody has called him Bard Shun yet, and that's such a low-hanging
I
fruit.
have in my head, but
We should have heard it 1,000 times. The second he came in the house and was like, "I'm a bard now," someone should have immediately called him Bard Shun. And I'm upset with all of you. Everybody take a D20 of damage. That's a lot of damage. I don't want to do that.
Wow, natural 20.
You're dead.
Not a
Double
lie.
we got
Not a lie.
You have to
12.
double
Ooh.
the dice roll, 40 damage.
I met 3 hit points.
It's a crit. Everybody
Yeah.
dies. Actually, it's a team check. Everybody please put your numbers together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
And that's the number everyone takes individually.
Oh,
No, you choose one family member to take all the damage for you.
the Raven.
He's not a member of your family.
Hey, man.
Honestly?
He's a member of my family.
All right, Patches.
Sacrifice
What if I
Patches.
go
R.I. Patches. Rest
I'll
in
come back, it's fine.
Patches.
Then here comes Josh's character to skin him afterwards. Well, sorry.
We've already established that Patches turns into smoke when he dies.
Yeah, he turns
You
into
can't
dust.
skin smoke. That's all I'm saying.
You can try.
You sure can
Was
try.
it- Wasn't somebody taking like a dead bird and like replacing this puff of smoke with a dead bird at some point?
In our campaign,
Yeah.
I don't know what you
or
just
like
said
a magician
to
in
me.
real life.
I
Oh, that one I saw the
Back
other day.
next week, you find out that Spike was laying it every
Mateus Agnes.
Yeah.
Whose account is this? That's so good. Hold on. Is this
Oh
one
my
of you
goodness.
guys?
It wasn't me.
It's
No.
not one of you.
What?
White
What
Josh.
happened?
The account White Josh is a bitch is none of you guys.
Wait, where is it? I don't see it.
Just gave a
What?
donation.
You just donated.
That's amazing.
Oh man, that's almost as good as Tony Fan sucks. Oh my gosh.
Whoever that is. That
Whoever
is
you are, you're my
amazing.
hero.
Wow.
Oh.
Fireworks.
Yeah, in here.
That is so funny.
That's
Holy cow.
that's hilarious. And the message was hello to Matthias Agnes, only to you.
Wow.
What was the last part?
It was just a hello to Matthias Agnes. The account
Wow.
only addressed you. That's I don't know who you are, but you're my hero. Oh man, that was great. All right.
Wait.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a party fun fact.
Oh gosh.
Because I've said this to you privately, Trevor.
Oh,
But
okay.
we've gone a couple sessions, and I don't know what any of you guys look like.
Oh
As a
yeah,
character.
that's right.
We
Someone
have
said they were
never
gray
described-
last week, and I was like, hello.
The only thing I know is Josh's character is gray at a certain distance and green at a certain distance, depending on whether or not you're near or farsighted. That's all I
don't
know.
think we ever really described them, to be honest.
We didn't.
Did we?
Yeah, nobody described them. Typically, and I didn't do this time. Typically, I have everybody build a village, Hero Forge character, so that we can see each other and know what each other looks like. But I didn't do that this week because I don't know. I hate you guys.
I already did that.
I already have mine done.
Lamont the yeast
Dang.
stalker. Does that make him a baker? I really hope it makes him a baker. I'm gonna make this bread. Hey, yeah, why don't you guys describe what you look like real quick? We'll do that. I kind of already knew because I've talked to all of you privately, so that's why I haven't really thought about it.
Is this?
I don't know, but they like you.
I've just now seen it. Yeah. Holy crap.
You guys should go on a date.
Friday, 7?
Has someone been asking you out for the past few months and you've just been saying no because you have this to do? Because if that's true, you should just not do this.
Okay.
I brought it up, so I'll go first. Spike is a 4'9" Triton.
Oh, you're tiny.
Yeah, I'm a tiny boy. Average height for Tritons is 5 foot. I
Ah,
found out.
good to know.
I was shocked to find that out. But yeah, so he's 4'9". He's wearing a old leather jacket that is like partially torn. It's almost like it doesn't go all the way to his feet. It just comes to his waist. But his right sleeve is torn off on the jacket.
Seems highly
he's-
inefficient.
Yeah. Just for the right arm, but he wears a pirate's hat on top with a purple feather, and his body's covered with just different buckles. Some of those buckles don't even go for anything. It's literally just for look. But just lots of buckles and belts all over his body, with a pistol strapped to one of them, and that's him. Oh yeah, sorry.
This person knows a lot about you,
light
Josh.
green hair, goatee, blue skin. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, light green hair and like blue skin. Normal things
Yeah.
that everyone should have.
Normal thing.
Wait.
Yeah, you guys would know it.
We all know Josh is gray, so I don't have to get into that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I share. So I hope the Hero Forge link works. I put it in the studio chat. That way everybody
Oh,
else
did
can
you?
see it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Everybody
'cause I've
who
had it done.
is not on Twitch gets to see this, and not me, because I
Perfect.
can't click on it because I have to keep this full screen.
And I can't. Well, if I share my screen, am I gonna mess up the cameras?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Yeah, it'll bump them around. You can try.
You can feel free to
You
mute
sure
him. I
can
know who
try.
he is. You can
I-
mute him.
Okay.
Okay.
Your character looks a lot like the default character from Hero Forge to me. Did I click
Oh,
the
it
wrong
didn't send the
link?
actual-
I think I clicked the wrong link. Let's try this one.
Hold
I
on.
have to small
Oh,
screen
hold on.
and then
I shared it
rescreen.
wrong.
It's the default male
It's
character.
freaking
now.
out for me for a second.
Hold on. Give me. I'm
What's
gonna-
Give me a hard
Oh,
time.
you all look okay now. Okay, good. Fixed it. Welcome. I'm glad we all love Josh.
All right, I fixed it.
There we go.
Yes,
Oh,
Jace.
you got yourself a
I-
big head.
I'm an orc. I'm kind of big all around.
Oh, cool.
Where'd you put it?
Studio chat.
Got it.
I'm never going to see it. All I need to know is that you're gray and you have a big head.
I'm like grayish green skinned.
Here, I'll send it to you on Facebook. Trevor.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Now I have to
Thank
open
you.
that. Wee woo.
I can make endless Twitch accounts.
Yeah, that
How's
I
your
called.
hairstyle?
I shouted them out. It's over now. If he
Nice.
does anything else,
It's over now.
It's Braxton / Jace for people who know who he is.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but they're my new
I know
favorite
I know who
person.
Braxton is.
Okay.
Jace, I unblocked you after you let me know that it stopped. So you can. I see your call and your text.
Wait. He made a bot to spam text
Yeah.
you?
Just randomly.
That's
He
amazing. That is
made
amazing.
a bot to be 1,000. Was it hays or highs? Just in a row, and in the midst of them, it was like, "Oh, stop! Oh no!" I was like, "I'm gonna block you till it's over. I'll block you later tonight."
That's amazing.
Oh
wild.
man.
That is possibly the greatest thing I've ever heard. Well, what do the rest of you look like? Make it quick. Chop chop.
It didn't work for me. I don't know what Josh looks like. Can you give a quick description?
Oh, yes.
He looks like an orc.
So,
He's like a gray green.
it's a very grayed out light green color. I'm wearing like heavy fur coats, like fur tunic, leather pant, not leather pants, but like
I'm wearing leather pants.
it's like well, not like leather pants what we think of when we think of like tight black leather, but I'm thinking like leather as in like animal skin
yes,
pants.
yes. Thank you,
Um,
Joe.
Oh, I like the tight black leather ones. That's so much better.
I have a nice brown beard. I have all my various weapons and stuff on me. I'm very huntsman looking.
So you look like you if you were an orc.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
I guess. Why not?
They look like bros. I don't know how I feel about that. Hey, what's Barshoon look like?
Barshoon is clean shaven. He has pale skin. He stands a little over 5.5 feet tall. Has garnet hair and gold eyes. And generally wears flowing, moderately stylish robes. Essentially. You know, like a light shirt and light pants, and then usually with some sort of flowing robe. As a showman, I think, generally would. Someone who's more used to the performative arts. That's Barshoon. Did I miss anything? Nah. Oh, he has goat horns. Because he's a
Are you
tiefling.
gray or green?
Pale.
Pale is not a color, by the way.
It is.
It's not. Pale is a descriptor of a color.
River, I want to apologize for my brother making that joke in your chat.
No, it was fantastic and I loved it.
Light in color or
Wait, is that Nate?
having little
That's
color.
my brother Nate, yeah.
Yes! We became friends yesterday when I yelled about Borderlands.
So very little color.
Oh, you're
Very
tran-
little
are you
what color?
translucent?
Any.
Any very little color.
So you're gray.
Yeah.
No, pale.
He has
Pale.
very
So
Gray
you're
is not
white.
pale.
very little
Oh.
blue.
It's not white.
Give a slight
Pale.
blue tint, a slight green tint, a slight alabaster tint.
A
I don't
slight
think that's
tint.
color. I think it's
Alabaster
material.
is a person. We've already
Also,
established this.
forgot to include. Actually,
He's a
sorry.
door.
Ulamaka is 6'9".
Oh, just like you IRL.
Uh-huh.
No, that's taller than me, IRL. By
I like
3
an
inches.
Slap some gray skin on him, and it's Ulamok on camera.
Wow. Stop oppressing my new best friend, Josh. You racist.
Look at me go.
Hey, what's River look like?
River
Looks like
on
a
an
human?
image.
That's what I've
He looks-
already thought.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah. I mean,
humany.
yeah, like on, I don't know, olive but slightly lighter than olive skin, lightish brown hair. The hair's just kind of growing out, doing whatever it wants. It's not like crazy long, but it looks like, I don't know, maybe like a year's worth of growth. Kind of same with the beard. It's not particularly like, it looks like maybe he tried to do something about 3 months ago and just hasn't really touched it since. Basic clothes, probably from traveling with Bard Shoon, and then just like some various like earthy trinkets made out of like leaves and stones and like acorns and stuff like that he kind of just made on his travels, kind of thrown all over. So like pretty druidy. Does he have a staff? I don't think I have a staff. I think I just have a wooden shield tossed on my back. That might not. I don't know if it's like a full like mini. No, I guess I'm a blacksmithy person, so I think I would have probably. It would be a normal shield. It's not just like Thorin Oaken shield. I think
That's just a piece of wood.
Yeah. So, but I think that's basically it. Pretty like, I don't know, not like, I don't know, stuff you would wear. I don't know, I'm trying to put him in a class, but I don't think that works. Other than Druid.
So, are you saying you kind of look like a guy at a Renaissance fair? Because I picture you looking like a guy at a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, very much
Nice.
so. Yeah. Like the guy that'll like come around and like talk to you in character.
Yep.
Like out of nothing and be like, "Would you like to buy my beads?" That sort of thing.
Are they
I have
magic
enough beads.
Are they beans or beads?
What's
Very important distinction.
What's Matthias look like?
Matthias is like not a bright purple, like kind of like purple but with red mixed in. I don't know what that
Pale
color
purple.
is.
Stop trying to make
Don't know
everybody
what
pale.
Pale.
Ultraviolet.
He's like a darker, like reddish violet, and he's got kind of actual purple curly hair just past the ear. Nice kind of curled back horns. Moderately fashionable with like a nice robe and like a overcoat over it. Purple hues, some yellow undertones in the fabric, and like a nice kind of calligraphy background on everything. He's got a nice silver staff that kind of twirls like all the way. It kind of like wider twirls, and it gets tighter as it gets to the very top. And he's got an amulet down the neck. It's got kind of like an upside down sun kind of symbol on it, and he's got very solid kind of muted silverish gray eyes.
Not pale.
And not
Muted.
pale.
Okay.
Muted gray, and he's actually got a decent amount of like silver and kind of like some brass, but kind of jewelry on his horns and ears and stuff like that. But like modest, simplistic, kind of like just dabbling into money kind of person.
All right. Baldur looks like He-Man. I know that.
Okay, so think He-Man, except if He-Man looked a little bit more like the 1965 psychedelic Crimson Chin.
Oh,
What?
wow. Wow.
That's
Don't
such a
expect me to
reference.
go that far back.
That's such a reference.
Holy crap. I'm a
God.
kid again. Don't put me back in my living room.
Wow.
Wait,
Okay.
which Crimson Chin was it?
Wow.
The 1965 psychedelic Crimson Chin.
I gotta look this up now.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing too.
This is
I think he just
This
has
is
my
something.
stream open.
Oh, wow.
Oh, let me see.
That's awesome.
I don't see it.
I'll never see
like
it.
less latex, more like
More of
battle
this.
armor.
okay.
Blatant battle armor.
Oh wait, there is wait.
Why?
Great. That's
The
great.
60 Oh gosh. Wow.
The psychedelic Crimson Chin.
with
That's why.
the
Hippie chin.
man.
Yep.
Wow.
Chin
Sandals as well.
Yeah.
sandals.
Love it.
Like I said,
Holy
like
crap.
a little bit less latex, not fully less latex, but you know.
Dude, I gotta go watch Fairly Odd Parents again.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, there's wearing spandex.
Who? Yes. Who wants to catch us up?
Definitely not me.
I got you, boy.
Can you do a slight, very quick what happened session 1 and a more detailed what happened session 2? Just for the people who are now tuning in.
Yeah, let's see. All right. So, session 1 began with each of us individual players off on our own, some further from home than others, because we all grew up together. We were adoptive siblings. We were each all called back to home by Patches, the Raven familiar of our adoptive mother, Mary Agnes. We returned to find that she had passed away, and went about reconnecting as siblings and going through the process of burial and taking care of the estate and all of those things. In the process of that, we went into town to take care of estate business, sign papers, all of that stuff, only to find that the person we met with to do estate resolution turned out to try to and successfully summon a demon out of a puzzle box that was in the basement of our home where Mary Agnes had lived, where we all had lived growing up. This summoning took the lives, but took the souls is more accurate, of pretty much all of the townspeople that were nearby, but we were spared of having our souls removed from us and used as fuel for this demon being summoned. After this happened, we recollected at the house, went downstairs to the basement, which had been off limits for as long as we could remember. But we went downstairs to find out what on earth was happening, found a doorway, and jumped on through it, which ended up being a portal to Flamekeep. Transition. That was the first session. Picking up at the second session, we enter the Fortress of Flamekeep, essentially headquarters of the Church of the Sacred Flame.
Silver.
Do I have that right?
Silver,
not sacred. That's a spell. Headquarters of the Church of the Silver Flame. We enter through this door and find out that we shouldn't have been able to enter through that door. These doorways, these causeways, are supposed to be essentially teleportation between different areas that the church mostly controls. So us coming through unannounced, very bad. We were kind of escorted up to meet several characters who call the Keep of Flame Keep, the Castle of Flamekeep their home. Rel, who is a dwarf, the Hammer, who is the head of the Templars, who are the more military side of the church. Presbyter Danis, who is a human. Friar Hopkins, who is the lead of the Order of Ministers. He is a Dragonborn. Orn, who is a human scholar who we interacted with more to figure out what had gone wrong. And Marcus Harbar, who is the chair of the Council of the Cardinals, as well as a young girl, Jael, who is the interpreter?
keeper.
Did I have that? Keeper.
Mhm.
The keeper of the Silver Flame.
It is
A position that is passed on, which is a lifetime position for the church.
It's also the highest rank in the church.
And the highest rank, so this young girl,
14-year-old?
12, 14, something like that. We end up entering the library and a more secured location, secured by the magical door named Alabaster, only to find that that puzzle box had been stolen from Flamekeep at some point and made its way to Mary Agnes's basement at some point, and then through the hands of Tyler, the town kid, made its way into the town square where the demon was released. Everyone's in a tizzy. We're all trying to find out who took it out of Flamekeep, because there are only certain people and certain keys which can enter through the door Alabaster to the secure room where this demonic puzzle box was kept. That pretty much brings us up to date. Maybe a couple things that I missed. Dora Storon was the name of the person who we thought was taking care of Mary Agnes's estate, but he ended up being the person who summoned the demon. Marwyn is the name of an elf who had come to meet with us and talk about Mary Agnes from the Undying Court, which is an elven religious group, you could say. As far as other characters, there is Keth, who is commander of the Causeway Guard, who just defends the causeways and is commander of a small group. And then there is Price, who is the commander of the bodyguard of Jael. Both of those would be subordinates to Rel the Hammer, who is head of all of the Templars. Mm-hmm. And that pretty much sums up all of the important characters we've come across and the important events.
You may have said the character, but what was the character that that was at the door with us that did the Zone of Truth?
Orn.
Orn?
Oh yeah,
Orn the Scholar is who we spent most of the time with in Flamekeep Castle.
Yeah.
And they proved for a fact that they were not the one who took it through the Zone of Truth. As they stated, I am not the one who stole the cube.
He said that, and he also said, I have no affiliation with the ones who stole the cube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Orin is in the clear.
Advised us very strongly to find good evidence before making accusations against what seems to be one of the more likely is Keth, the Causeway Guard, being able to move the puzzle box out of
Price is the Warforged, right?
Yep.
Price is a 7-foot-tall Warforged, yes.
Yeah. Stick.
Yeah, big boy.
You two can wrestle.
I don't want to wrestle.
Doesn't he have multiple?
He
might
might win.
Weld has multiple.
Weld has multiple appendages.
Appendages, thank you.
Arms.
He has 4 arms and 4 legs. He's a 4-armed centaur. Warforged.
4 forearms?
Yep.
4 forearms.
16 arms.
Oh, wow.
That transition?
Yeah, do it again. Yeah, there we go.
Boom, and now we're in session 3.
Yep, we're here. We did it. Yeah, main objective that you were given last time was to figure out who stole the box. That there is a traitor somewhere in Flamekeep. And one of the clues you had was Keth was ID'd by Alabaster, the magic talking door, to have come with specifically Rel's key. And that's how he got through the door.
And he acted strange on that day and left with a blanket.
Typically, he stops and talks to Alabaster and is very talkative and very kind. He came in, showed the key, entered the door.
And then left with something covered up in a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Alrighty.
Okay. So, you're currently standing outside of that office room, Orn's office room, technically, the reliquary room. Orn himself has gone back into this room after talking to you. Essentially just saying, if you need me, come talk to me, I'm here. He's going to do more study on what exactly the demon that was in the box was, and what the 4 associated with him is.
Well, first I'm going to rub Mother's ring, and I'm going to unsummon Patches.
He
Go ahead, go
okay, well, he turns to smoke.
Well, we said thank you previously, so my mind the conversation was over. I sent him back. I'm actually gonna go and talk to Orin first.
Okay. Oh yeah,
if
let's.
anybody's-
Who is everybody gonna go talk to, and we'll do them in an order, kind of. Matt said he wanted to talk to JL. Jordan said he wanted to talk to Hopkins.
Yeah. So the thing is, Matt, would I know how insightful you tend to be? If you're better than me is what I mean. I don't know if I want to go to Hopkins alone is more what I mean. So
I don't know, I've got a +2 insight. What do you got?
you beat me. So yeah. I won't want to go straight to Hopkins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want to be with someone who I might be able to take with me afterwards. So
Let me see.
Actually, due to the last conversation, I'm gonna stay with Matthias. Or Matthias.
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 Matt.
Matthias.
Mattin.
I'm gonna stay with him, and after he does whatever he wanted to do, then maybe I'll go over towards Hopkins. But I'll stay with him for
Cool.
now.
And I feel like he's a good person to bring to Hopkins because they're both kind of down to earth, churchy people.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, my goal, Trevor, is to talk to Orin, and then if I can find a way to, I want to talk to Marwyn, the elf.
Okay.
I have that may or may not be solved in my conversation with Orin.
Okay. Because
So-
I don't see a way that you'd be able to talk to someone who might be dead. Where's Balder going?
So, like, I was thinking about it. It's like I don't really have anyone specifically that I feel like want to talk to first necessarily. So I was gonna say like I can go with whoever, honestly,
Okay.
whoever wants some company.
So I already had a
Go
date
along.
with.
Kath.
You had a date,
Yeah.
that's right.
I already had a date with Kath. We talked about whether you guys wanted to raid his room while I was there. I don't know if that's still a thing that we might want
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like an actual plan.
to do. Alternatively, we could probably, me and Balder, like good cop, bad cop him and do pretty well. So that's a
This is-
possibility.
Who are we doing it to?
Cat,
Kath, the guy we met first when we walked out the door.
Causeway Guard.
I have my notes on me, so I don't.
No problem. I trust
No
him completely,
problem.
but he definitely stole something from the room.
Okay. All right. So we have River and Balder going together. Kath. Matthias and Spike going to. Where are you guys going again?
I'm following you.
I
Because I know Spike wants to talk to Hopkins. Who did you want to talk to?
kind of just wanted to be kind of fly in the wall, make sure that people we're talking to are actually, telling the truth and not gonna, seeing how they react kind of thing. So I'd probably just hear what Spike's planning to do and just say, let's just do it now.
Okay. And then Matt, where are you going?
Dale.
Okay. Who wants to go first? I'll let you guys
Me?
pick. Okay, done deal.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
I said
Okay,
who
that
wants
works.
to go first, but you said me, so you're going first.
Yes.
So
Nice.
you exit the library, walk back through the courtyard, enter back into the actual Cathedral of Flamekeep, back to where before, where the Silver Flame is. Jael is there, her gigantic dog is there, and Price is there. Jael is kind of still standing near the flame where she was earlier. Just kind of watching the fire dance. Price is close by, but he's like far enough to give her privacy. So he's like more back towards where the steps were, and she's just kind of like up in the fire staring at it.
Okay, I think I would go. I'm gonna go around to Price first,
Okay.
and just ask. I'm not at all familiar with how Flame Keep works, but is Jael able to be spoken with? I would just like to talk to her.
Price, being the very large warforged he is, he's kind of standing there with his arms crossed, and he goes, Jael is, well, talking to the flame. You have to give her a little time, and perhaps she'll talk with you. I don't see why she wouldn't. She seemed to have a great interest in all 6 of you earlier.
He did mention that. Yeah, okay, I will wait for her. And I go and kind of sit on the steps
Okay.
back from the flame to wait for Jael to be finished with her religious duties.
Okay, cool. Let's go to Yulamok with Orin.
Sick.
So you turn back around, Alabaster sees you, opens himself up because he knows what's going on, because he heard everything you said.
Yeah.
And Orin and Teller, his apprentice, are both in here.
That's right.
And Teller's kind of climbing up onto bookshelves to grab things for Orin as he shouts at him from the floor. Oh, that one to the left. Yes, and that one all the way over there to the right. And Teller's like,
How tall are these bookshelves?
Very, very. They go from floor to ceiling.
Okay, if he points out one within like my arm's reach, being like very tall, I would like to just grab it and hand it to him.
Yeah, sure. He actually, because as you walk in, he's facing away from you, and he goes, oh, and then Teller, climb these ones, jump to that one, and get me that scroll over there. And that's definitely within arm's reach for you.
I grab the scroll and I just walk over and like hand it out, like try to put it in his hand as he has it like down.
Ah, thank you, Master Ulamak. And he puts it down onto the desk, and he also puts down a rather large lantern he was carrying. It definitely strikes your eye because it's definitely weird. It's matte black with a handle made of pure gold. But the weird thing about it is that the lid to open and close the lantern is a human skull.
Master Orin, I have a few more questions for you, if you wouldn't mind. I know you're busy.
Of course. I haven't even started reading yet. What can I do for you, my young friend?
Okay, so to begin, is there any way you could help me get a key to go back to my mother's house? I have a contact there that was promising some information before we had left and before the whole incident even began. And I was wondering if I could somehow get back quickly to there for get the information and come back.
Until a matter of hours ago, I did not know there was a door in your mother's house. Key would have to exist to go from our causeway to theirs. If that key exists, I have no knowledge of it. Maybe Keth can help you, but as far as I know, there is no key to Agnes's house.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was like an all-purpose key or a master key.
No, not that I know of. Maybe the devil has one. Not the literal Satan, Lucifer, but the devil who builds the doors.
Understood.
We call him the devil in the details, because he's very, very good at his craft.
Oh yes, the devil cousin Beetle Bob.
Also, another thing that just caught my attention, what is this lantern that you have on your desk?
Its name is Yorick.
The skull and the finish just intrigues me.
That, well, that is a profane object, created for sacrilegious uses. It's an item used by a heretic, to put simply. And I would never pull it out from its case, unless, sometimes heretics have good ideas.
Does it help you see things that are hidden? Or
It
what does
helps
it use?
you hold things that shouldn't be held.
One of these books shouldn't be held.
Not the books. The scrolls. No, I'm kidding.
Understood. So
Anything
there's-
else I can help you with?
If you cannot help me get back to Agnes's house, I believe I should go talk to Keth then. I thank you very much for your help and understanding in this very frustrating and confusing situation.
Thank you. Please, hurry.
And I just give him a polite nod and I walk out and I'm
And he
gonna...
turns back to Teller and goes, "Not that side of the room, the other side!" And Teller, and starts very slowly moving from one side of the room to the other. So you're exiting the room. River's going to find Keth. Yeah?
Mhm.
Let's go there.
Yeah.
So
Alrighty.
you know where Keth's room is. You kind of take the
Cool.
same path that Marshoon took, leaving the library, going through the courtyard, going back into Flame Cathedral. You know where it is because you passed it and it had his name over it when you were walking upstairs.
I think he pointed it out.
He
too.
did.
That's where I live.
Yep. He's very proud of the fact that he has his own room. So you're walking down this hallway and you actually begin to notice that there are other rooms here that have names on them. There is a room for Marcus that says his name, kind of similar to Keth's. And then there is a room for... There's one room that says the Traveler's Room, and it has two makeshift signs on it. They don't look permanent. They say Hopkins and they say Danis. After that, there is like the higher ranking Templars like quarters. Rel's quarters aren't here. There is a stairway that goes upstairs, so maybe he stays upstairs. At the very end of the hallway, on the right side is Keth's room. A little bit down more is the armory, and to the left of the armory, kind of where the stairs down to the causeway are, if you were to come up the causeway and make an immediate turn and go in to this room, is the Templars' meeting room. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's what's in this hallway.
Alrighty. Is Balder with me?
Yeah,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
Follow.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'll go up to the door and I'll knock. It doesn't.
It doesn't knock. Why'd you punch it?
Bad idea.
A voice from inside. How did Keth talk? I don't remember. I had a lot of voices last week.
I don't think it was anything too
I-
extreme.
I think it was something kind of like this, because he's a
Sure.
larger, almost Red Guardian man.
Okay.
So from inside of the room you hear, oh, this is now my narrating voice. From inside the room you hear, "Oh, come in. The door is open."
I open the door
There you go.
and I go in. And I poke my head in and I say, "Hey, it's." Oh no, I have to do. Oh no, our voices are the
You
same.
have a, oh no, we are going to talk
Oh,
exactly
no.
the same. We both
It's just gonna both keep going deeper and deeper.
rather thematically.
are you doing?
I'll put my voice modulator on. Here we go.
No. Oh my gosh.
Now a good time.
Yes, please come in.
Cool.
You can see Keth is actually just sitting on his bed in his quarters reading a book.
Cool.
His quarters are very quaint. They're very simple. He has a tapestry on one of the walls, kind of like the ones you saw out in the hallway when you first got here, and it's of a very similar Countul, the serpent-like being. And that's just covering like the whole wall, and in front of it is kind of like a small altar, with emblem of the Solar Flame on it, and then a wardrobe in the corner. Yeah, and he welcomes you. Please sit. There aren't many seats, but you're more than welcome.
Thank you. There's just two of
My
us.
voice went up slightly there. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm still going through puberty.
All right, it's a long process for all of us. So I hate to just walk into someone's room and start asking them questions.
It's
But
very common for me.
okay, that's good. First, thanks for not like shooting us when we walked out of that door. Thanks for being kind, welcoming us in, all of that.
Well, time will tell if I made the right choice or not.
I suppose so. So we kind of expected, or I kind of expected, you go through the magic door, you find people on the other side. The people will probably know what the door is, how it got there, why you were pushed through it as children. So that's kind of the next question. About, like, I don't know, insert number of years old that we are, years ago. 20?
Yeah, you call it 20.
Sure, it was like
Sure.
20 or 23. It's around there.
A couple decades ago, I know this is a long way to stretch back, but would you know of a time when, I don't know, I guess a strange key, because you didn't know what the door was at all. I guess this is the only access point to get to other doors. Is that how this works?
Yes. Well, kind of. If you have a key to Flamekeep, you can come to Flamekeep. If you have a key to, for instance, your home, you can go to your home. Every door is only one way.
Okay. I guess if I was out,
Every
and I
key is
found
only one way.
Every key is only one way, yeah.
if I was out, say, in the east, and I had a key to a door to go to a door in the west, could I go to the door in the east and go through it to get to the door to the west?
Yes.
I'm mainly trying to...
If you have the key to get to the door, you may access the door from anywhere. The thing is, there's only about a dozen doors, and we know of all of them.
Yeah.
Except for yours.
Okay.
And as we stated the other day, the only way to have a new door is to make a deal with the devil. And I'm really hoping that is not the case.
Well, you didn't give any alternative possibilities. So it seems like that is, I guess, the case. As I'm saying this, I'm going to try to do an insight check on him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea when that door, I guess our door, might have been last opened? And I basically want to see if he has any tells of whether he pushed something through the door. And Trevor's reacting to the chat. Very well.
I'm dying. Oh my god, this is a very good meme. This is
beautiful.
good meme.
I'm gonna put this in studio.
If you guys don't see this in the chat, it's
I'm putting it in studio chat.
oh man. You spent part of your life doing this.
And it was worth it.
It was worth every second of it.
Oh my god.
That's so good. I just love
Wow.
how that's the Baker. It's so good. Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Braxton, you outdid yourself.
Banker, that's awesome.
Yeah. Deal or no
That's
deal?
too good.
No deal. Okay, continue, Joe. You're doing an
All right.
insight check to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a read on him, see if there's any like. I think it's not very likely, but maybe he pushed the box through. Let's see. It's a 13. So I'm asking him. Oh yeah.
Okay, no, continue. Give
Do
me
you
an
know-
actual.
do you know the last
give
time
me
that
a
it might have
real
been open?
question, and I'll give
Sure,
you the
yep.
answer to it. Yeah.
Do you have any idea when? I guess that door might have been last opened.
There's really no way to check. My predecessor might have known. If-
How long have you been?
I've only been with the Causeway 10 years.
Okay.
My predecessor would have been the one who would have had the key, but I now have the keys to all the doors that we know of, and yours is not among it. So if someone had a key to your door that was here, they would have it somewhere. That's if that
Got
key
it.
exists.
Who was your predecessor?
Mr. Unnamed Commander.
All right.
I don't have a name.
Is
for
he
him.
still alive? And in
He's
Castle?
retired. He's not
Okay.
in Flame Keep.
Got it. Alrighty. Okay.
Is Baldur in the room with you?
Yeah, I was about to
Yep.
say, and this is Boulder, by the way.
My predecessor, Earl
Earl of.
of Earlington. While you're talking to Keth, there's a knock on the door. It gently opens, and it is one of the guards from the causeway. And he's essentially just like, sir, I hate to bother you, but we need you. There's been an issue. And Keth is like, oh, okay. I'll return in a moment. And he
You
gets
want a
up.
hand?
It should be okay. Things with the causeway can get messy, but hopefully we'll be fine.
If you
Please
need us, just yell.
make yourself at home. We can continue our conversation when I get back.
Thanks.
And he leaves you in his room.
All right.
I guess we have free reign.
I guess so. So, well,
We didn't even have to distract anyone.
so what do you think?
He acted a lot like he just didn't know anything, but I feel like this is not true. I keep going back to Russian. It's okay. No. I feel like he knows more than he's letting on.
There it is. There's the Austrian.
Yeah.
It took a second.
There's the death machine.
the death machine.
But it's definitely bigger than him. I don't think it's just his own. If that makes sense, because he wasn't here when we were first, birthed out a door or whatever happened. I feel like
I
he's
just
just
want to know more about him.
yeah. But I mean, as long as we're here, and I go over to the tapestry and look behind it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I guess if you're gonna just do that, no checks are needed. There is a passageway behind the tapestry.
Oh.
It's hilarious.
Is this supposed to be
Huh.
here?
I didn't think it was going to be
just
this
an
easy.
open passageway, or is
I didn't think you were gonna walk up to it and open it
All
up.
right.
Who
Well,
does
then-
that? Who walks up to a picture and just moves it?
Okay. You said it was like a tapestry.
Yeah,
so I was
the
picturing
tapestry
like a,
takes up the
yeah.
whole wall.
Yeah, I was just peeking behind to see if there was like a safe or something.
Checks and like look for stuff.
You just pick it up and just.
You just go, what's back here? Oh.
what if the naked lady?
I'm going
Yeah, what if it
to
was
wait
a
a minute.
shower and somebody was in it? You'd feel bad.
No, wait.
I feel like you
Trevor,
should have
like
said
just an
also-
open doorway.
It is, yeah. No, it is. It's an open doorway. It's not very big. It's a
Really
small enough
true.
passage. It goes upstairs.
Upstairs.
Okay, let's go. Alrighty. Then, yeah, I'm gonna. We probably shouldn't go. I'm gonna let Albert take care of this.
Yes, you're familiar.
And a little baby owl climbs out of my
Yes.
out of my backpack.
Yes.
And I kind of release him to fly into the passageway, and then I use part of the Find Familiar spell to see through his eyes
Okay.
as he's kind of flying up.
Yep. About halfway up, there is a cutout in the wall you can see. And it has some objects in it, almost like it's a place to hide. And the stairs continue past it.
Okay. Can I? Is it like the? Yeah, I'll kind of pop into there if.
Yeah,
or
sure.
was there a-
It's
okay.
it's carved into the wall, so it's not very deep.
Got it. Yeah, let me look up. Do owls have night vision?
I believe
in
so.
D&D.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Should I stay here?
Night vision in real life, so I hope they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, that would. wait,
yeah,
that
dark
would-
vision.
No, that would
One
suck.
Dark vision. Yeah.
Like, the most nocturnal animal there is, and you don't get to see at night.
Yeah.
Well, are they
Okay.
from the Underdark? Idiots.
Probably.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
they have good.
Oh,
dark
also,
vision, too.
Yeah, 'cause
they
they're
have advantage on
owls.
perception checks.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
They're big old eyes.
So yeah, they're gonna.
Give me a good old perception,
260
boy.
degree.
All right. This will
Drop those
be a
diceptions.
perception's wisdom, right?
Correct.
Okay. Then it'll be a +1. We'll roll. Okay.
I think that's
do
my
this.
best stat.
So that's 12 + 1, 13, or 16 + 1, 17. We'll go with the 17.
Okay. There are two things there. I'm going to type them to you on Facebook.
Okay.
If you must go with the 17, I guess.
I think the wording of advantage is that you have to go with the higher one. I feel like that came up in some discussion I had at some point. It's like, what if you want to take the lower one? What if you don't want to hit as good?
If you want it, you're just going for the memes. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Trevor's choosing his words.
What a choosy word, man. Choosy words, choose Trevor.
Oh, Balder, I found something.
I think it's pretty plain to
Yeah,
see when you rip the tapestry
I
off.
kind of meant up the stairs, but after I said... Oh, looks like he has a little hiding
You are
hole.
going to stay down there.
Ooh, okay. Did you say there were two things?
I meant one. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
I read the wrong set of notes.
Ooh. Would I know anything about...
That name, yeah.
Okay.
You would at least know the initial myth of it.
Got it. Yeah, okay, right. Is he... I should know this, because we talked about it previous weeks. He's the bad one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did he get eaten by something? Ah, there we go. Yeah. Oh, okay. And just like, he's gone, so. There we go. That's
did it.
what it is. Right. Thank you. Alrighty. Well. Yeah, so he has a... should I go... There's a book up there. I feel like neither one of us are the people to understand what's in it.
We've seen you try to read.
Oh,
What do you? I mean, I'm.
are you like a +3 intelligence? I'm sorry for assuming.
Sorry for assuming
No.
your intelligence.
Okay.
No.
I guess I'll just fly up the passageway a little more, see what's up there.
Question to Trevor.
Yeah.
I would have left the library to come look for the guard. I forget his name all of a sudden.
Ah,
Okay.
Kath, yeah.
So would I know to go look for him in the room, or would I go to the causeway where I would assume he would be standing guard?
I'll leave that up to you. You know where his room is, you know where the causeway is.
Somebody pick odds or evens for me.
Odds.
Evens.
It's evens.
What are
So,
the odds?
Okay.
I knew what they were in my head. I'm gonna go to the causeway.
Okay.
All right.
You eventually get to a point in the passage where there is something in front of you, and light seems to be seeping through it. Not heavily. If you had to take a guess, it's probably a tapestry like the one you just went through.
Got it. Alrighty.
What is Owlboy's stealth?
Stealth. I mean, I feel like decent.
I feel like
He's
he
an
can
owl,
sneak.
right? He's got a +1 dex. Nothing about stealth. Oh wait, no, +3 to stealth.
Wow.
Also, he had a
bird.
+3 to perception, apparently.
Oh,
So,
wow. Perceptive bird.
yeah.
Mine has disadvantage.
Oh.
Stop.
But I mean, it's going up to the top. The other thing that was, is from the amount of well, I guess we wouldn't really know because we've never seen like the outside. But my first thought is that it goes upstairs to something. Also, what
goes
goes
up one
upstairs
room.
to something is to person's room, paladin boy.
Nice.
Rels.
Rel.
Rel's room was also upstairs. So that's my first thought. Okay, looks like I'm at a dead end. There was a book called The Claws of Kyber. That's the bad one, right? I always forget. That's the bad one that they killed, and now like we walk on him every day.
Kinda.
Right?
These boots were made for walking.
On a dead dragon's back. Okay, so there's a book hidden up there, and then there's another tapestry that probably goes to another room. Maybe
It's just endless tap.
Endless
You've
tapestry
got
passages.
so many. We should check all the tapestries out in the hallway too, probably. At this point, I don't know. Do we want to go up there? I don't want to get caught. We could just say you like went to the bathroom if you want to go up.
Well, I'm not very stealthy, as you can see. And you see
that's
me
a
like
good
full
point.
plate, like playing.
Cling clang.
his
I
cat.
can stay here and go.
Okay, maybe that's a better idea. Maybe you say like I left. Okay.
It sounds like playing.
Alrighty. I can't think of any better excuse. All right.
All right, so River enters the passage.
Yeah.
As he does, Spike and Matthias enter Flame Keep. How you guys doing over there?
Okay, I wanted to say something quick to talk to Matthias quickly before we took that trip.
There is not a single I in my name.
Oh, your name isn't Matthias?
Spike, you
His
do,
name's Matthias.
you do
Matthias.
know
Mautai.
we grew up together. You know that, right?
Matthias, I'm sorry.
Are you?
No, not really.
Okay. Just wanted to make
Okay.
sure.
So, speaking of things that I'm sorry about, we're sort of in a position where I probably shouldn't have spoken the way I did towards whatever that Sparky Spark thing was in the middle of the room. The person that I was planning on going to see, Hopkins, he wasn't so happy with Jeffrey. Jeffrey being me. I told the Flame that I had the runs because I thought, you know, if the good person can hear, so can the bad one, and that would be pretty funny. But now, considering we probably need to talk to this person, I need to be as polite as possible. So, could you help me?
Would I help you be polite?
You know, when you say it like that.
No, I can.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me think.
It's more so if I knew a bit about their religion and who they were, I could be a bit more like, I could do some more etiquette, because like everyone's got their thing that they could just talk for hours on.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're talking to someone who's already put in their 2-week notice. So, okay. How about this? Let me give you some encouragement. We're going to go in together and just think of it, if we had a grandmother. Don't say anything that she wouldn't want you to say. I know you don't really have any reference for that. I've seen a lot of grandmothers.
I don't quite know exactly what that means.
This isn't working.
but- Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. If it involves any private parts or anything that a sailor would find funny, don't say it. Actually, just don't make any jokes at all.
Oh, okay.
That sounds
Okay.
awesome.
'Cause
Be as
that-
serious
That
as you
takes
possibly
away the
can.
rest of what I was going to say. And
Okay, thank God.
I was trying to be
Awesome.
charming, and yeah,
Yeah, please, whatever you
that would
do,
make sense.
don't be charming.
But
Okay. Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
understand he seems to be the person overseeing that flame, right?
More or less. Sure.
Okay. What exactly... Could you explain that flame to me? Because honestly, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. So, according to legend, which up in the air, really. But what they believe is that their deity is that flame in there. And so everything that they base their faith around is in that room. It's their source of justice, their source of good. And there was this big conflict where their forces and demons fought against each other, and then the result of the resolution of that conflict is this flame. Inside the flame is a remnant of the evil that they fought against.
All
That's
right.
That's why you don't say
Okay.
bad things around it, because it'll use it. It's the good and the bad together. Some
Okay.
cultures have that.
The reason I wanted to know specifically that flame is whoever this is who's doing this, whoever opened up that box, whoever set that out there, most likely they're not speaking to the deity of good within that flame. They're speaking to the evil. So, my plan is, whoever he is, he needs to be talking to a higher up. And he's the person that would be around that flame. There's only, I would assume, this is the main way to communicate with that deity.
I don't think that. I mean, of course, you could talk to it all day. This is the first time I've been in this keep. I don't think that most anyone, gets a response back from the good. And so if someone's probably getting a response, they might think it's the good, but it's probably not.
Alright.
So you're on the right track, Spike. I give him a fist bump. Good job.
Thanks.
Wow.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not charming, but
Gotta brush off my hand.
you gotta know
So-
your people, so
All
let's
right.
let's go talk to the lizard.
Now hold on. Grab my staff, and I'll hold it out
Okay.
to him. And I will use my emboldening bond on the both of us. So for the next 10 minutes, every ability check, attack roll, saving throw gets a D4.
Nice.
Sick. Nice.
That's good.
Okay.
Just
Try-
start fighting people right now.
Yeah. Trying to maintain the peace. All right, let's go in.
Alright.
You enter back into the Flamekeep Cathedral. You can see as you're walking in where the fire is, you don't see anybody but JL and Price over there. Well, I mean, you see Barshoon now, who's eagerly waiting on the steps to talk to her. But there is a door that's kind of open to the right of you, and it's a small kitchen. And in the small kitchen, there's a table, and at that table you can see Hopkins and Danis sitting with cups of like hot tea talking to each other.
Okay, we didn't discuss if there's two people.
This is what's called adaptability, Spike.
Okay! Free
Oh.
ball in it.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll walk straight through the door.
Okay.
I'll follow.
You walk straight through the door to then realize that also Marcus is in this room, and the three of them are discussing something at the table together.
I just look around the room and I wanna
As
like
you kind of open it, the conversation kind of dies down, and they all kind of look at you, since this is a little kitchen that not many people just walk into.
Yep, this is a smaller room than I thought it was. I was gonna examine around here, and I was going to. Oh hi, how's it going?
Hopkins kind of, well, hello. Who are you and why are you in here? And Marcus moves at a table just, well, isn't that great? We are in a conversation, Trident. Please, the door is there.
I know, I just bloody opened it.
I
Okay,
put my
so-
hand on his shoulder. We are so sorry. We were wondering if there were any kind of food to eat. We're getting kind of hungry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, the food here is mostly for those who live in Flame Keep. And Dan is just, you forgive us. Marcus is in a mood. There's a cupboard over there. There's some dried meat. There's probably bread left. Feel free to take as much as you like.
Like, feel
Thank
free.
you. As I go for some of the charred meat and start chewing on it. Alright, so, Hopkins. I've been thinking about what I've done. And I actually came to apologize. Little awkward. I apologize. I'm not exactly subtle all the time. So I didn't know how to approach the room. So obviously I'm not just looking around. I'm starving. And I just take another bite. So, oh, you eat this. Okay, whatever. But I actually wanted to apologize because I shouldn't have disrespected your flames at the center of the room, your deity, whatever you guys respectfully would call it. I don't want to be don't want to be disrespectful in any way, so I want to apologize.
Hopkins is just kind of taken aback by everything you just said. With a very odd look of confusion on his face. I guess roll me a persuasion check, please.
Thank God I had a D4.
D4's not going to help. Is that what I'm seeing?
It's not gonna help. I'm just gonna hold on to that D4 for later because that's a 2.
It's
It's
every
roll. You might as well get
Yeah.
a 3.
Oh, it is? Okay. Oh, perfect. That helps so much. I rolled a 1.
Ah, a 3. So while you're doing this whole spiel, you're just chomping down on meat and it's kind of just falling out of your mouth because you're not really enjoying the taste of it. And Hopkins is just sitting here with his tea, so confused on what you're trying to say to him. He actually doesn't say anything. Marcus says, well, would you look at that? He disrespected your god, and now he disrespects your kitchen.
No. Oh my. Sorry. I really meant no disrespect. I said. How many times did I say that? I said I don't
lot.
want to Yeah, I didn't want to disrespect.
Wow.
I'm apologizing.
Mm.
I'm completely. You know what? There's the door. Matthias, you hadn't gotten something to eat.
Yeah, I'll be right behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna go choke on this in another room.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I leave. Yeah.
I would I'll just be speechless for a good second. it goes without saying he's adopted.
Yikes.
Deeply sorry.
As if the racial difference was already a clue.
Yeah.
Marcus just responds, "Your siblings? What nonsense! A half demon and a half fish. What was your father exactly?"
You know, we haven't figured that out yet, and we're learning more every day, which isn't good, actually. If you don't mind me asking, what's causing your less than beneficial mood?
Oh. 6 strangers walked out of a magic door in my basement.
That would cause it. I'll walk over and get. Is there any beverage lying around?
Yeah. There's like a pump for water in here.
Okay.
This is the high life. There's some wine.
No, I won't take their wine. I'll get water.
Good choice.
Yeah.
This little flame likes to get lit. That stuff is heavy.
Yeah. I'm not the smartest of all of my weirdly put together brothers.
Getting the feeling none of you are the smartest.
Yeah, I think we kind of all chose that as dumb set.
Yeah, we all jumped int.
I think we did. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just wanting to have the best possible outcome for all of us. Can you help me understand where you're coming from with all of this and this new discovery? I'm trying to get your expertise, opinion on, maybe how this could have happened, or
My expertise opinion says you've made a deal with the devil and we should kill you. It's thanks to these two
valid.
that I haven't killed you yet.
And I looked at the other two. Very kind of you. Very valid. Super awesome that you haven't struck me down yet. I kind of looked to the other two desperately. Any other opinions? Maybe about the current field of interest? We just want to help, really.
Hopkins stands up from the table, looks at you and says, "I am greatly sorry that the head of our cardinals is the largest donkey I've ever met. I would like to speak to your adopted brother." And he actually goes and leaves the room to follow Spike. While Danis says, "Donkey, he surely is. There has to be an explanation. There's no reason to believe that you would simply make a deal with the devil to come here with only 6 of you, not even bring a force with you. It doesn't make much sense. I mean, unless you're servants of the shadow." And Marcus actually kind of laughs at that. The shadow. The shadow is not in the flame. This is our theological thought differing. Danis and his friars believe it's in the flame. I know where it is. It's locked inside Maria, and it's not here. Idiot. Imbecile. The shadow. You're scared of everything. And with that, Danis goes, "Ah, yes, theological differences. That and manners, the only 2 things we don't have in common. I'm resigning for the evening." He stands up. Would you like to speak outside, Matthias? In a less hostile environment?
That would be wonderful. I'll kind of loosen my tense grip on my staff.
Okay, so before you guys exit the room, Hopkins exits the room and goes talk to Spike.
Is there a pot or something, like, in the area with, like, a plant or something?
Sure. Why not?
As soon as I
There's
walk out...
definitely candelabras everywhere if you'd like to just have a candle instead.
Okay, if I can like shield my body from whoever may be in the room. I go over to the nearest pot and just go, and just gag myself and just into the pot, and I'm gonna do it as quickly as I can, just to like turn around and
Yeah, no, you retch into a pot, you turn around to see Hopkins standing right next to you. Forgive me, are you ill?
I don't know what came over me. That wasn't me. I'm sorry.
Are you assuming you're possessed? I am one of the trained
no.
exorcists of the Silver Flame. I can help you.
No, I'm not. I'm not possessed. Can I? Let's start over, okay?
I don't think that's necessary, honestly.
Okay. Cool. Live in the present. I like it. I am sorry. I am. With full sincerity. I find myself in love with the sea. That's who I see as that who rules this earth. We all have a bit of the sea in us. Just spit on the ground right there. You got a little water in you. You'll see, but the sea's lovely, and I would never disrespect her. So I'm sorry that I disrespected yours.
Now those are words I very clearly understand. And as I have a little sea in me, you have a little flame in you. There is good in you, Spike. I can feel it.
All right. Thanks. I always told Matthias that, but Mattias. Sorry. I'm sure his ears heard it somewhere that I said his name wrong, but sorry. I had a couple questions about the flame. Now, there's two sides to that flame. Right.
While you're talking, yeah, they come out of the kitchen. I was trying to say that in different words, and my brain was not connecting them together like a train.
Their motor movements propel their bodies out
There
of
it
the
is.
room which you were
Their
formerly
legs,
in.
Their legs move, and they exit the room, gliding upon the floors.
With steps.
Every fiber of their feet, every muscle in their legs, brings them forth to this moment. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Oh yeah, so Danis and Matthias, Matthias.
Matthias.
No, I can't say it right now.
Thank you.
I cannot say it right now because Jordan has said it wrong every single time.
Sorry.
It doesn't work for me. Yes. So Matthias and Danis exit the room. And now you're all kind of together, I guess, because you're outside. They see you. They come over. Go ahead. You can ask your questions. And Hopkins even, like, when they walk out, oh, if it's theological question, Danis, please, join us. Danis and I speak of the flame often, so if I do not know the answer, he may.
Oh, nice. So the question that I had was, there's the light and the dark in there. Little vague on those concepts, but if you guys are serving the light, is there any chance that there might be someone serving the dark?
Oh, there are many servants of the shadow.
With both of them here, I'd like to insight check either of them as the topic comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I can add a D4. That's nice. And now it's a 4. Hey guys, the tides are turning.
Hey.
I
That's
feel
going
like
to
that's
be-
something that Spike says a lot.
That's a 16.
Okay. So yeah, there are many heretics that serve Belshazzar. His corruption knows no bounds. There are those who want him free. There are those who want his servants free. We do serve the flame. We also believe that Belshazzar is trapped within the shadow of the flame, and as long as he's trapped there, he cannot leave. There's no getting him out. He's kind of stuck. It's eternal torment for him because the flame is everything he is not. It is good. It is bright. It is life. He is none of those things. The flame
It's on fire.
The flame itself. Well, that's a more difficult question. The flame itself is well, it's all of us. It's every one of us who has ever been. It's the flame itself is made from the energy of every silver flame who has ever lived, starting with the Contil that gave his life to form it. It is because of him that Belshazzar is trapped, and if you listen close enough, you can hear the choir sing. Those would be those who have passed on. And simply put, the flame is hope. It drives back the darkness, and as long as that hope exists, we exist. And as long as that darkness is held at bay, there's hope for the world.
Interesting. Never heard of quite a concept. Sounds very serene.
Your insight tells you that's one of the most genuine things you've heard a person say.
From both of them?
From Hopkins. Hopkins was the one that was talking.
Okay. I wanted to watch the new guy's facial expressions
Yeah.
as well. Just on the topic of the shadow. If there was a shift of facial expression at all or not.
Marcus is the other one who is present.
Marcus is still in the kitchen. This is Danis and Hopkins.
Oh, Danis, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, Danis kind of gives the same expressions that Hopkins gives. You can tell that theologically they would both line up around the same. There is a pure love for good things in his voice and a stern hatred for bad. And Danis, in a way, mimics that.
Okay.
Let's pause with you guys and go to Matt.
I gotta use the bathroom anyways.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you and Price are kind of... Well, you're sitting in darkness. Price is nearby. Price comes over and sits on the steps next to you. While Jael is still talking with the flame. You swear that you just walked through the door and came here.
We did. I mean, our town is not a far walk from here, so it wouldn't take long to go over there and, validate our story and see the soulless husks of the villagers probably still lying in town.
What happened in your village?
Oh. Well, we all returned because our mother had died. The funeral was held. We went to take care of the estate and all of these other things with someone claiming to be from the Merchant Guild. But he ended up being Dora Storon was his name. A boy in town went into the basement of our house, found a puzzle box that was used by Dora Storon to take out the souls of many people who were in town that day and unlock the demon who was held within the puzzle box. As far as what I could see, I'm sure there may be more complicated things. That happened. Then we returned to the house, and I am not remembering. Where did we get the key from?
It was
from
part of
the estate.
It was
Yeah,
part
part
of
of the
the
estate.
well. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I have the key and then a bag of gold was all we were given.
Mm.
And then the letter.
You were given
We
a
were
money
given-
pouch with nobody looked in or ever opened.
I still have that.
We were given it from.
Abernathy.
Were we given that from the dwarf, or were we given it from Abernathy? Hold up. Abernathy
Abernathy.
gave us the key.
Yep.
Well, he gave you essentially a satchel of belongings.
Okay.
It was like, this is what your mother
And-
left behind for you.
and yeah,
and then we
from my
opened it.
mom's
There was a
story-
letter, a key, and a pouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the mom's story, when we were
That's
pushed
right.
through, there was also a key left. Yeah,
But he did, in a way, give
Remember.
it to you if you knew it was in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, if you knew, because it wasn't like a locked, like a safe deposit box that got opened for us. It was something that could be looked in, but the letter was probably sealed.
Yeah. It
Yes?
had a
Okay.
wax seal on it. I believe I said that.
Okay. Yeah, the letter was sealed. The belongings, not necessarily. Yeah, so I communicate that to Price that we got the key, and make that connection myself. That oh shoot, it wasn't a safe deposit box. It was a bag,
Yeah.
and that could have been interfered with by Abernathy / Dorastoran.
I know that name, you know. We all do. I more personally than others. I am sorry that your village is gone. There was a time, if you do not know the history of the Warforged, where Dorstoran attempted to put the souls of demons into Warforged, removing them from the demon waste. My entire clan was eliminated because of it. It almost became a free market on us. We were worth money to people. We all had a price, I guess. That's what the hunters used to call me. That's how I got my name, actually. They called me Maximum Price because I was worth the most.
That's a cool name. Oh.
The Silver Flame found me and brought me here, saved me, in a way. When they did, they made a vow to me. And I'm making the same vow to you. Because it's against our equal enemy. As long as that flame is lit, I will use every breath to my last to trample his skull.
Huh. Well, I am also missing in my brain what happened after demon monologue and before we go back to house. Like, were we all knocked out?
We got
were-
like
Did they
blasted
walk
back.
into portals?
There was a, oh yes, they did. They left through a portal. Through
Okay.
essentially a dimensional door.
Okay.
But we were conscious and watching all this happen.
Mhm.
Because then there was the whole thing with me crying over Tyler and the village
Mhm.
as we were trying to like take it in.
Okay. Well then, I say to Price, well, I guess there's more in common between me and at least a few of the residents of Flamekeep than I would have thought at first. I know what's having your race be despised and having ones near you taken from you is like I am certainly no mage, but is there a way to trace the magic of this man, creature, being, fiend, Dorostoran, and where he may have gone if we were to go to the site of what happened and have, I don't know, maybe Oren research and find out a way to track where he is, because he certainly released something big, and I know that there is much more than decimating a small village that would be in the plans of those fiends.
Whenever Dorostoran seems to be involved, it seems to put the entire world in crisis. We're kind of used to it by now. If we were there when it happened, there might be a chance we can track it. But I think it is far too late for that. I think our best plan is to get on the same page as our enemy, figure out what exactly he's doing, and then try to cut him off at the lead. After Price says that, JL passes out. She just blacks out. She faints and just falls to the ground.
Oh gosh. I'll rush forward and do the whole CPR thing you're supposed to be doing when someone like has a seizure, like if they're something under their neck, and
Price, being, you know, her bodyguard, rushes forward with you, grabs her, and as you're going to help her, he very gently puts one of his humongous Warforged clawed spiked hands against you, and says, "Leave her. This happens quite often." And he kind of just sits and holds her in front of the flame, waiting for her to wake up. Hey, Josh, how's the causeway?
I don't know.
Can I
Go ahead.
will a song possibly rouse her?
It most definitely won't hurt.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to
Josh,
Rachel
how's
from
the causeway?
Moldor. And cut.
That's all I wanted to hear from you this entire campaign. Literally, I wanted to play a bard and say those words exactly. Thank you.
I don't know. I
Cut to the
go
causeway.
I go to the causeway looking for Keth.
Okay. So you begin to travel down those really long set of stairs, the spiral staircase that you walked up. And as you do, you can hear voices from lower. And it's Keth and one of his guards. And you kind of just hear a general conversation of Keth going, what issue were you talking about? And the guard is going, one of the Templars was down here. They said they saw someone. Maybe someone else got through. And Keth, there's nobody scheduled to come back. Just keep an eye on the door, please. You don't need to come get me for this. Which Templar was it? And the guard goes, I honestly couldn't tell you. And Keth, very puzzled, just responds, that's weird. Very weird. Just no one gets out of this room if somebody comes through the door.
Have I seen anybody come, like, from this direction, like, as I've been heading down? No?
No. Wait, yes, because you walked through the, what's it called? The hallway to get here.
Yeah, and then the stairwell itself.
Yes, so walking down the hallway, someone did come out of the passage from the causeway. They are wearing that Templar armor. It's similar to Rel's armor.
Okay.
And they look at you, and they turn, and they open the door to, like, the Templar meeting room, and they walk into there.
Okay, but I've wandered down the stairs at this point?
Yeah, you've already gone down the stairs.
I'm getting to the bottom at this point.
Yeah,
at the
so
end of the
Keth is
conversation.
coming up, you're coming down.
Keth. Just the man I was looking for.
Yes.
This is
Person.
well. Sorry. I am Ulamak. If we have not met.
I don't think we've officially met, but now we have. Care to join me walking up the stairs and not on the stairs?
Of course. I shall follow you. Is everything okay down here?
Okay as it can be. It does not trouble you. You should be okay.
Understood. I have a question regarding the causeway, and is there any way...
It seems like that's what all of you have questions on.
Well, I apologize if many of us are repeating questions, but it's a simple... We did not grow up around this kind of magic, and it is foreign to us.
Understandable.
So, trying to understand how a causeway of this kind became in our mother's basement is beyond us.
It's beyond me, too.
And I guess I was just looking for some clarification on A, how they work, and 2, potentially the devil that helped create all the causeways. Just some insight if you have any.
They work like one-way doors. If you have a key, you can go to a location. If you have a key to Flamekeep, you can go through any door into Flamekeep. If you happen to have a key to, let's say, your house, you can go from any location to your house. We have control of 12 of them. Apparently there's 13.
Understood. And keys only work one way, you said.
One way.
So if... And I hold up the key that got us here. So if this key got us here, there would have to be a matching key to take us back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any... Is it possible to track the kind of magic to where we could find the part 2 to this key?
Not really. The keys have to be forged by this devil. That's why I only have 12 of them.
Can you tell me more about this devil?
How should I put this?
As we get to the top of the stairwell, I would actually like to direct him towards like the meeting rooms. Like, can we sit down?
We can, but not in the Templar room. It is, as Rel has put it, not my space.
I saw... I'm sorry to intrude the situation, or the conversation, but I saw a Templar acting strange walk through this door. Is that of any concern, like, or the Templars just...
What kind of strange?
Took one glance at me and walked through the door instead of walking my direction. And he came from the stairwell.
Your brothers are in my room.
Correct.
Let's...
I believe they went looking for you.
I'm interested in this, though. Let's go to the chapel and talk. And he's going to walk you back towards the chapel. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
How's that tapestry?
I don't know. I'm guessing I'm seeing the back, so it's probably not anything pretty.
No,
but can I
it's
kind
pretty
of
dull.
see any of the like line work, what it might be on the other side? Or do I have to look on the other side to see the other side?
You have to look to the other side to see what's on the other side.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna...
Ben, are you
kinda
doing anything while you're down there?
Let's see. I think I'm trying to sneak as best as I can kind of up. When I get to the book, I mean, I'm going to grab it and leaf through it like real quick.
Mm-hmm.
See if there's like, I don't know, a summary or like reviews in the front pocket or anything like that. Or if it has one of those like old-timey titles that like says everything that the book is about in just the title. It's like Book of Shadows, a interdisciplinary introduction to the many realms of Koralath and his mighty men's exploits in the desert of Doom.
In the 12th century.
Yeah.
So, there is a subheading when you open it. The front of it says the Claws of Kyber, and then inside it says, a brief history of the Underdark, and of the cults of the Dark Dragon.
Okay. It's a little incriminating.
So,
But not terribly.
if you had to deduce, it looks more like a textbook than
Okay.
it does a cult text.
Got it. Okay.
When you get to the
All right.
tapestry,
I'm going to put the book back, by the way.
yes, give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
we'll go off of that.
Can my owl do one too?
Sure.
Alrighty. Percepcione. I'm going to cast Blast on myself, or Guidance on myself as well.
Okay.
See, there's
Freaking go, dude. Heck yeah.
Yeah, get him.
Boop. So that was an 18 plus 2 plus 7. So that's a 27.
Wow, that's a thing.
And my owl. Like a 16 for the owl.
Okay. Oh yeah, so you definitely hear a voice on the other side. How do we do this? You got a really good perception check. So you hear it before you get to the tapestry in general. There's two voices. Okay? The first one says, this is kind of just generic voice, you haven't heard it before. Is there anything else needed for the meeting tonight? The second voice says, No, it is finally time. Tonight is the night. We continue as planned. I'm excited. Everything's in motion. It's good. Gather the other Templars. Bring them to the meeting room. We'll meet in half an hour, and we'll go from there. Make sure everyone is there. The second voice is the voice of Rel.
Okay.
You hear the door open, and it closes. You can kind of hear someone still moving around a bit. And then you hear what sounds like a stone on stone kind of movement.
Interesting.
And you hear it again.
Okay.
It's like stone on stone, and then it's almost like a box like creaking.
Yeah.
And that sound again. And the door opens and door closes.
Alrighty. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, let me check my magic powers real quick. I don't. Okay. I'm actually with that. I think when the first door closes, when I start to hear like the stone, would it be possible for me to say if I was a tiny unaligned beast such as a spider to get kind of behind the tapestry to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to wild shape into a spider and go back behind.
Wait, hold on. I don't know if you can go to tiny with wild shape.
Oh, that's a good
I
question.
believe it's one size bigger or one size smaller.
Oh,
So I think you're medium, so it'd be small.
I
think-
magically
I
assume
think.
the shape of a beast that you've seen.
Because there should also be a list of what you can turn into. And the spider on there is a 1 CR giant spider. Hold on, let me see.
I wasn't going on that. I was going with just normal spider.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just Google it really quick.
Yeah.
I think all it comes down to is the CR of the animal. I don't think it has to do with the size.
Yeah, because you can turn into like giant things later on.
It's
I
anything
think.
it's a
Yeah.
quarter CR at second level, a half CR at
Yeah.
fourth.
Your limitation is just the
You just can't have a flying
level
speed.
of power of the animal.
believe so.
And if you haven't seen a Tyrannosaurus Rex, you can't turn into a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
If you have
A Tyrannosaurus.
Balder,
A Tyrannosaurus. Tyranny.
Well, I can turn into a T-Rex, but not a Tyrannosaurus or an X.
There's no.
Yeah, so according to Reddit, there's nothing that says you can't.
Okay.
Rules
Yeah.
as
Well,
written. Now, if you've seen it, you can become it.
Cool. Well, the max CR is one half that I can do, and
That
the
you can do
spider
right
is a
now.
CR 0.
Yes.
So I'm good.
But also, they do state two things here.
Okay.
If you decide to blow a finite resource on scouting as a tiny insect, that's your problem, not mine.
Yeah.
Also, if someone steps on you, you are dead.
Yes.
So
Well, you revert back
you
into
revert
the other
back
under that person's foot.
Under that person's foot prone. So
Yeah.
okay.
I think
That's interesting.
seeing where the secret, I could like look for the secret door afterwards, but I think finding the secret door is worth.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So you're going
like,
to turn yourself into a spider, crawl out onto the wall,
yeah.
and watch through your 8 eyes as
Yes.
this happens. Okay, so the door closes, and then you see Rel, and he has a kind of similar setup to Keth, but a lot more ornate. There's weapons on
Okay.
the walls. There's a whole set of like golden armor. It looks like his like ceremonial armor.
This is his room, though.
This is his room. This is his quarters.
Okay.
And there is again, like emblem of the silver flame, like on the wall by an altar. And he goes up to it, and he takes it, like holds it because it's like a statue, and he actually pushes it under a stone on the wall, and the stone above it opens up, and he pulls a small box out. He opens that box. He takes something out of his pocket and he puts it into there. And then he takes a piece of paper and he folds it up and he puts it into there. He closes it, he puts it back, he closes the stone, puts the statue back, and then he walks out of the room.
Okay. Alrighty, I'm gonna wait. And then I think when I'm satisfied that he's completely gone, I'll revert back
Okay.
and go over to the stone.
Okay, so you're mimicking the action that he just did then.
Yeah.
Okay, so the same thing
Emblem.
happens. I'm not going to make you
Okay.
roll to try to find it because you know where it is.
Awesome.
So that stone moves, and there is a small box back there. You can take that box out. You're opening it. You're going through it. Yes.
Yeah, if the paper says like Brian's surprise birthday party, I'm gonna be very mad.
It's Brian the spider.
Oh.
Slow.
Get it? Because you're
Yeah,
no.
Magic Brian.
Wait, is Brian the spider or are you Brian the spider?
I'm Brian with an
We're
I.
both Brian. So there's a folded up piece of paper, and there's a signet ring on top of that piece of paper,
Okay.
like a flat looking. It doesn't have anything ornate on it. It has a head with an engraving in it, so you can tell it's used for like pressing seals or using something
Got
like
it.
that.
Alrighty.
On the head of that is what looks like 3 claw marks, which you would know very well because you just opened a book
just
with
saw it
that
on the front of
symbol
the book.
inside of it.
Yeah.
The piece of paper, the piece of paper that you pull out, essentially reads, the first part of it. Okay. So the first paragraph, I don't have a whole thing written out because I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. The first paragraph very openly talks about what has to be done. The heist, the taking of the puzzle box, where it's hidden, and where it needs to go. The second part says the date for today. It says you and the other will reveal yourself the night before. Until now, you haven't known who this other is, but now is the time for you to meet. We've kept you separate in case one of you gets caught. The last part is about sowing distrust on another high-ranking member so that they can keep a foothold inside Flamekeep. There is a symbol just like the signet ring you just saw on the bottom, and signed Dorostano.
Okay. Yeah, that's not great. So to go over, there's two people who haven't met yet.
Both with
Does
the
it
same
because it was
information.
dated.
Well,
Okay.
they haven't been revealed yet. From the wording, does it seem like it's someone in, like, the other person's in the castle, or it's just a random? Okay, got it. So there's two people in the castle.
It's very
one
much.
Of them,
It is very much a.
Yeah.
You two have been kept from each other, so if one gets
Yep.
caught, the other one can keep working.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right. Well, that's not great.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's one final thing.
Oh, wonderful.
There is a small vial, about half drinking, of a green liquid.
Okay, can I do like a nature check on it to see like what it might be, or like a Arcana check or something? Just
Let's
off the cuff?
go with Arcana,
Okay,
because I feel like that's what you would use to make potions.
sure.
So
12. Kind of generally
The
like.
strongest potion.
it's definitely a
look like
potion. It does not
Okay.
look like poison.
Okay, that's kind of
Um,
mainly what I was.
If
Yeah.
by your time of going through cities and towns with Barshun, you've gone and seen a bunch of potions.
Yeah.
It looks like a utility potion that you can buy from an arcane shop.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh. Okay, I just had an idea. That's a bad idea. Oh.
Excuse me.
Well, no,
About bad
we'll
idea.
reconvene. Oh. No, we'll reconvene and I'll tell you my bad idea in person, in character. Okay.
We should grab all the go grab all the things.
I think I'm just gonna
Storing
take everything.
here?
And they were just about to meet up in 30 minutes to do something. We heard that. Okay, two people
need
in the
evidence.
castle that are being influenced by Bad Boy,
By Doris Doran.
who
Yes.
by
You-
Doris Doran.
Your immediate guess is this letter is written by Doris Doran.
Yeah, got
Well,
it.
it's signed by him, right?
Yeah.
And Doris Doran is the. It's not the elven guy we talked to.
It is
It's
not
the
Mr.
actual-
Abernathy.
It's the
That
big bad.
is
Okay.
the form he was holding. He is
Got
the
it.
one who released what is his name? It's
Oh, okay. So Doris Doran is
released
Abernathy.
Katash.
There we go.
Which is the
Got it.
demon, and then the demon called him by name, and they left through a portal.
And the demon called him Doris Doran.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. So he was communicating with them, and basically saying like, get ready to make your move. We're doing it tonight. Was that it?
Yeah, it had a date on it for today.
Okay.
Oh, and what he said to the other guy, he was saying, yes, we're meeting tonight in half an hour. Everything is
yeah.
happening tonight.
Yep. And the paper said that they were going to reveal at what time?
It didn't have a time on it.
It didn't have a time. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab everything
Okay.
and go back down. I'll grab the book on the way too. At this point, I
Okay.
feel like stuff's about to go real bad, real quick. And I just use one of my wild shapes. So let's get out. Which I have two.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna get back down, wait at the tapestry to see if I hear anyone like
You
talking.
hear Ben talking to himself, I guess.
Cool, cool. All right, yeah, I'll pop back out and kind of fluff down the tapestry and be like, sorry. Wait, were you spooking me or did I spook you? Which was that? I'm sorry. Like, I'm closer. Like, okay, so
I'm like hunched over the bed, and, like just like.
I'm gonna show him like the ring, and then like show him the book and be like, so Rel's room is right upstairs, and they're definitely evil, and also there's another evil person in the keep. There's two of them. Also, Rel's gonna do something with all the Templars in like 30 minutes, and I don't think it's a birthday party.
Oh, it would be really nice to have a birthday party.
It would be. It's been a long time.
God.
Wait, 30 minutes. We have no time. What?
Okay, we'll do it later. Okay, what do we? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do. I don't know.
What do we do it?
Do we tell Ket? I don't. The letter also talked about the letter also talked about trying to like pin something on someone else here. I feel like Keth is the one that they're trying to pin something on. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who we can trust. We've had one conversation with each person here.
I mean, I think if I have the positioning right, you hear floating around the corner when his ugly redhead rolled around on the floor.
All right.
You'd hear it from down the hall.
Do we want?
So what's happening?
I don't know what's happening. Keth is meeting with all the Templars, and Keth is evil.
Rel is meeting
also,
with
his
all
name
the
isn't
Templars.
Keth. His name is Rel.
Yes.
Ted went to go check on something at this doorway.
I mean, I know. Oh, so many great bad ideas.
Pick one.
Okay, we have a few options. We could go back, talk to all the brothers, try to figure out a plan. We could try to infiltrate the Templars, probably like steal one of their outfits. We could just. I don't want to turn into a spider again. It's really boring.
Turned into a spider and I missed it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was like this big.
Like you've been talking about it for like weeks. Like next time you turn into a spider, you gotta show me. You gotta show me.
Like, I'll do it later. I have like I like check my I don't know
Skin?
magic meter on my arm. I'm like I think I only got one more of those today.
Wait, so do we have to keep the Templars from going to the meeting, or like what is happening?
I
What do
think
do?
we need smarter people talking about this because I have
that.
no idea. And once they tell us what to do, we'll do it.
Where are they meeting?
I'm guessing the meeting room. I think that's.
I think
Is
the
there
letter
just
said
like
the
a
Templar
sign?
meeting room.
That says meeting room, Templar meeting room, because you pointed it out to me.
I did.
Rel's super
Fine.
secret meeting room.
Rel's meeting room, no entry. Rel's only.
Is there someone? What when we walked out of the kitchen? Who was wanting to talk to me?
Danis.
Is that relevant at this point? Really?
Not really. He was just gonna chat with you because you're a cleric.
Yeah,
All
Presbyter Danis and Fire
more cleric
Hopkins
stuff.
were talking with you about
And it
Anyhow,
theology.
kind of
wonderful
just
conversation.
became like Spike was talking to Hopkins, Danis came over, you guys all chatted together.
Yeah.
Nothing huge with information. It
We
was
can
going to
trust
be
all-
just more, if you want to try to figure out this guy's good or bad, you can figure out if he's good or bad.
I feel like we probably go out of the room, try to figure out which way to go, and hear the music, and go that way.
Just to reiterate here for,
Yeah.
for clarity for mostly
Yeah.
you, Joe. The letter did say to try to pin it on another high-ranking member of the Silver Flame.
Yep.
To reiterate who those are, you have JL, Commander Price, Keth, Marcus, Danis, Hopkins, Orin. That's everybody except for Rel.
Okay.
So many people.
So I said he was going to try to, and then so one of them is actually evil. Another one of them is being made to look evil.
Well, there are.
Well,
The letter said there are two of them, and they're trying to pin it on one.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Rel's
someone
evil.
they are trying to make one person look like they did this, while the two of them have been working together without knowing who the other one is.
Okay. Oh, it's 100% Keth that they're pinning it on because. I kind of want to get together in person and do this in character.
The other
thing.
person
do
is
that.
Alabaster.
What?
The eighth person.
That would have been the easiest way to steal it.
Sorry.
Do we have time?
Do we know
Only 30
if
minutes.
Rel is
Yeah,
the
good
one of the
question.
ones that's working together with the other unknown person? Or
Yes, Rel is
separate?
evil. Rel's definitely evil.
Okay.
Rel just
Yeah.
read this letter
So
and then put it in a
Rel
secret
is
compartment.
one of the two.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
what we're saying, yeah.
Yep.
While you're talking to Balder, you can hear Keth and Ulamak outside the door.
Okay.
And you hear your brothers are in there. Let's go talk here. Like, kind of conversation. Because he wanted to have the conversation with
Unnatural.
Ulamog.
And I was like, let's go over here.
Yeah.
It's
Because
fine.
there's
We're,
sketchy stuff.
it's fine. We're
I'm a
back.
three.
You guys will.
I'm not up there anymore. You don't have to protect.
No, he
I
does.
open the door
Okay.
out to
Oh,
the
so you guys
hallway.
will-
And Kath and Ulamog are walking down the hallway.
Say, hey,
Brothers! Were you just in Ket's room? That's where he said you were, right?
Yes,
I
that's
look
what
behind me
said.
at Keth's room. Yes.
That one
We
brain cell
were
life.
at- yeah.
Your brother had very interesting questions about the causeway. Actually, if you'd like to join us for our conversation, I'm very sorry. I had to leave.
No problem. Yeah, he's a really smart guy. So do you remember? I don't know. Do we remember when did the door say that he went into the secret chambers?
I think it was about a week
When did
ago.
It was about a week ago.
Yeah.
Remember about a week ago? Alabaster said that Rel sent you like to pick something up. I'm gonna be like insight checking him this whole
Go ahead,
time.
roll one.
Yeah. Because I want to trust him because I feel like we need someone to help us. Okay, baby.
Also, mine and Ket's previous conversation ended with us wanting to go to the Templar room,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, right. Yeah, there was something. 20, dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
With your question, he looks extremely confused. Why?
Alabaster said he wrapped something in a blanket.
I haven't spoken to Alabaster in probably months. The only time I've been over there was... Orin has a book on the Devil of the Causeway. There's a good reason, actually, why we don't say his name. Because he'll hear us. And we prefer not to have him poking around all the time. But I mean... I went there with Orin. That was months ago. I haven't been to the reliquary, the library, anywhere. And
He's telling the truth.
as far as you can tell.
Like, as best as I can tell, yeah. Whatever. I think this guy's cool. Oh,
That's
are you-
cool. He pulls out a gun and shoots Ulamog in the head. I'm like, cool now. And then he pulls out a cigarette. He starts smoking the cigarette.
No. I
Now
thought
he's
he was
ultra
a good
cool.
role
And then he
model.
goes, wait, cigarettes are cool. And he flicks it away and he pulls out a vape. He starts vaping on top of your brother's dead body.
Howard, roll for vape
Tell me to
tricks.
Stop vaping.
All
He
right.
just starts blowing rings into your face.
No.
Okay. So with all this information, it's like, Keth, I think we need to go look into what I was pointing out earlier.
Yeah, whatever you were saying or interested in, probably not as important as, and I kind of like shield with like my cloak this, and I like pull out the letter and show it to Keth. I know, out of character, I know that it's the exact same thing that we're working towards, but in
Yeah,
character.
the fullness of the letter, or you just like, look at this paper I found.
Yeah, probably the full letter, and I just like kind of point out the important parts. And I'll show him the ring, like spark notes.
Spark notes. He looks at it. He reads over it quickly. He sees the ring, and he goes, We have to talk to Orin
Okay.
immediately.
Agreed.
All right.
I'm going to send. I'm going to summon Patches and send Patches to gather the brothers and bring them back to Orin.
Okay.
Just picturing just through the entire flame keep.
When you summon him, he flies sporadically out of Keth's room. Just and hits the wall because he has to appear from somewhere else. That's just how he works. And he looks at you and goes, What? What do you want?
I need you to do me a favor. I need you to as quietly as possible.
Oh,
I need.
no.
I need you to.
check.
It's not a good idea.
too bad.
I need you to go look for Balder, Spike, and Matthias.
I'm already.
And
We
meet us-
found Balder.
Oh, no, not Balder. Barshoon. Go find Barshoon, Spike, and Matthias. And bring them
My
back.
head rolled around on the floor.
And I need
We're
you.
all in the same place.
And I need
I
you
feel like
to
this is
tell them
just
to
a
go.
large waste of time.
It would be quicker than me going and fetching them myself.
Okay, I mean, if you say so.
We're down the hall.
Are you like? I don't know what this
I
pencil
go
looks
into
like.
one room and they're all in that one room. I'm gonna be pissed off.
Are they actually? Because like in my mind, we're in a completely different like section of the building.
I mean, like, kind of, but the layout. I mean, you can literally
No, out
hear
of
Barshoon
character.
singing
Out of
from
character.
here. I don't have it out of character. I'm a
She was Lady
familiar.
Matilda who said.
Whatever. I
Well, I'm
That
here
is-
now, so I guess I'm coming.
Sure.
No,
Patches can
no,
go.
please unsummon him.
Patches, I will talk to you later, and I
No,
have
I'm
something.
missing. Oh!
Thank you so much.
Turns into
And-
smoke.
Because that was very unproductive. I guess we'll just run and grab the brothers as we go then.
Yep.
Yeah,
I didn't realize. My mind, this
Good
complex
point.
is so big that they're like different sections of the complex. That's how I was imagining it. That's why I was like, Patches can go to the different sections and grab them.
You guys are heading back towards the cathedral. Matt, JL wakes up while you're singing. Kind of with a like start kind of thing. And she looks at you and she looks at like Price and she gets up and she's like kneeling on the floor and she's like the flame showed me a shadow so big that it was cast over the whole world. I don't know what to do.
I maybe look up and see the group of everyone walking by or coming towards from the hallway.
Frantically.
Um,
That's the word we're
frantically,
looking
yeah.
for.
And I think
Quickly.
you know what? I feel so super left out. I would like to do an insight check on Price, but like just the character, like
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? Cool.
doopity doopity doo.
Insight check his oath that he made to
Oh,
you.
well, not great. Like a 8.
I don't know. He's freaking cool, dude.
Insight
7-foot
plus 2.
Yeah, he's
7.
a crazy cool warforged.
Everything that
Who
he's
is gentle-
talked about.
Who is
Makes
gentle
me think
enough
that
to
he is
take
just
care of
right.
a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah. So I say, I think what you can do is stay nearby Price. And I think I'm reading the franticness of my friends.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm just gonna like, yeah, your staff is really, really nice. I could take some kind of engraving.
Yes, cedarwood. Isn't it fantastic? What they
And-
can
and
do
you-
with staffs nowadays?
Really, it's such a wonder, and you include like an intro and an outro.
Isn't that is your sibling, is it not?
Let's table this. Really?
Great.
Matthias, Spike. We need to talk. Follow us.
now.
I
We're
don't
going
like
to
that.
Orin, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Back to the library and the reliquary.
Okay, yep. So the whole party leaves Flamekeep Chapel, walks across the yard as they did before, into the library, onto the third floor, up to Alabaster. Is greeted by Alabaster, who is, welcome back! Yes! What can I do for you?
Have you seen Orin?
He's inside.
Can we speak with him?
I guess.
Hey, wasn't Orin right by me? He was with
No.
Hopkins and I.
Nope, that's
That's Marcus.
No.
Marcus
Marcus,
and the
Moody
Dorian,
Cardinal man.
whatever his name was.
Dalen.
Orin's the old
Danis.
Yeah.
Danis?
No, I
Danis.
remember now.
Hopkins,
Okay.
Danis, and Marcus.
Hopkins and Danis are the more clerical.
Yes, Hopkins.
What's his name was the snooty cleric, snooty cardinal.
Yep. Hopkins is the leader of the Order of the Clerics. Danis, or Friar Danis, is the leader of the Order of the Friars, the Simple Ministry.
Alabaster, can we please enter?
Of course, why not? Now, Alabaster, how are you doing? And he opens and his voice kind of fades away.
Oh my gosh.
So you were in this room earlier, Ulamak.
Yeah.
This room is very different than it was when you were here earlier. It's much darker. The candles have burned down. And Oren sits behind his desk, but he's kind of like slumped back in his chair with his head in his hand. The lantern is still there, but now all those books and scrolls are just all over the place, all over his desk. And as you enter, he just kind of sighs, and he goes, "I believe this is far worse than we could have ever imagined."
And you would be correct. We have some new details. And I point to Keth and River.
Yeah. Can we close Alabaster?
Sure.
Sorry, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna give him the letter.
He reads over it, and then he goes, "I believe we have even worse of a situation now. Is Keth being brought here to be put on trial, or is he okay?"
We believe
No.
that Keth is in the clear, River.
Yeah, so Alabaster said that he came here like a week ago. He says he never came here a week ago, which explains why they didn't talk to Alabaster. So someone probably just casting like magic on themselves or like really good makeup to make him look like Keth.
So they must be framing him.
Yeah, which is what this letter talks about. Sorry, I should
Really?
have let you guys read the letter. Here,
Yeah.
pass it around.
Just a piece of
I'll
paper.
read the letter.
Just walk
Yeah.
in and it's, sort of out of the loop.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
and Keth, you mentioned there was an unaccounted for Templar that your man was not able to identify. Like
Yeah, and then he
someone who could hide their true identity.
Oh, maybe like. Oh no.
Like the one we've already met
Yeah.
that, I'm sorry, is here right now?
Apparently,
in
yes.
this building.
Potentially.
There's more than just one person who can change shape, and I've done great things with makeup before, but
If you are speaking, well, hold on. I talk more like what's his name from Diablo.
yep.
If you are speaking of Doris Doran, I can assure you he is not here.
How? Yeah. How?
I have a touch of magic at my disposal. I've scryed upon him, meaning he knows that I've seen him. Doris Doran is approaching the demon wastes. I have no idea why.
So there is someone else who can hide their identity and pretend to be Keth.
Okay.
There are plenty of spells that hide your identity. There's
Yes.
make-up potions. There's multiple ways to do it.
I visibly let out a sigh of relief.
There was
Okay.
also, the strange Templar that we're speaking of definitely came out of the stairwell and into the Templar meeting room. And as soon as he saw me down the hallway, he immediately changed direction and avoided contact.
Is there a stairway in the Templar meeting room?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. There was a Templar talking to
Rel.
up in his room, talking about that they needed to get all the Templars together and do something in 30 minutes. I don't know if that probably wasn't the fake one. It seemed like a real Templar, the way he was giving orders to him. So maybe dead end lead there, but Matthias, it looks like your brain just exploded. Are you all right?
Mateus, you've been trying to say something a couple times and you didn't quite get it out.
Okay, so
He does
I'm
this all the
sorry.
time.
I don't have many of these moments. Okay, so the letter said that whoever's working together doesn't know that they're working together because if one would take the fall, the other would keep working, right?
Mhm.
So if Rel is definitely one of them, then the other one has to be on an assignment that keeps them separated from Rel the majority of the time, all the time. And there's one person that their sole job is to be with someone totally not Rel.
This would be
The Warforged.
Price. Did not seem to be the problem. Of all the choices, I do not see Price. If anything, he's around Rel more because he's under his command.
Is he under his command?
It's Rel, Price, and Keth. So Rel,
Also-
Price, Keth.
Also, if he's that little
Okay.
girlie's bodyguard, he probably can't go much farther than that. Makes it probably difficult for him to do anything wrong.
Any sort of weird schemes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe swap out her porridge.
Though he is close to, if he is close to the flame, he is close to the shadow.
That's true.
It's true.
But
So
he was also saved by the church from demons, essentially.
What?
Right.
I mean, you went to go.
One of the
Possibility.
things Dorastoran used to do is put demon souls in Warforged bodies. His being a prime body for such an operation was chased after to do so. The Church of the Silver Flame took him in and gave him safe harbor.
We've cleared Price. We've cleared Keth.
I
We've
don't know if
cleared
that clears him, though. This
I
is just
don't-
a story
I-
about
that's
his
not-
motivation.
I
don't
feel as if that may be, for now, at least for now, I don't think he's the top of our list.
Keth kind of chimes up. If you believe this person is in Flamekeep at all times, you might as well eliminate Hopkins and Dennis. They don't even have a home here. They stay in the traveling room. They were only here for the council meeting.
Yeah.
So
An excellent interviewer, and I already knew it couldn't be Hopkins.
Thank you, Spike. What about Marcus? Is he on the move with Cardinal business or no?
He mostly oversees from Flamekeep.
Okay.
Cardinals come and go for him.
And him and Rel would or would not be in contact with each other?
They would talk to each other at council, but besides that, they're complete opposite ends. One's combat, one's clerical.
would make sense to have your foot in two doors. If you're the enemy.
Forgive me, Keth. Marcus is too much of a jerk to be the obvious one, right? Like if you're gonna be a secret evil thing, you don't make a jerk one of your secret agents,
I don't know what to tell you.
right?
I can tell you he's always been like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to put my mind in.
We
I'm
don't
not really
know.
good at this.
I don't have
How much
much
time do we
reason,
have
and I don't have much reason, and I hate to say it, but Jael is here always as well.
You have we'll say this is take about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
They had their Templar meeting in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They were going to the
So
meeting
the-
within half an hour.
Barshin,
yeah.
that's a great point. That's a great point because if she's connected to the flame, and we believe that there is a hint of shadow in the flame, then she could be corrupted by the flame too, and not even know it.
She
So
Orin-
what would purple
Orin is going to
thing
chime
together
in.
be?
Yeah.
Orin says, if JL is the only one who can distinguish their voices from each other.
Okay.
She's the only one who understands it. Everyone else hears it and gets lost. But that child is so connected to the flame, the shadow can't influence her from what I've seen. Or the shadow has already influenced her.
her most recent vision was of a shadow cast over all of Eberron.
Probably
That
not
was like
good.
right now.
I
So
believe I can help with that. I've been studying. I looked up your Ka-Tash, the gatekeeper demon. I didn't realize his name until recently, until I read it. I guess you get so lost in all of the books you read, you know. Katash is one of the 5 Lords of Ash. They are called that because of what they did to the Burning Grounds. The Lords of Ash attempted to release Belshaor decades ago, centuries ago, who knows how long ago. That battle would be the Battle of the Burning Grounds. And it is actually because of Keeper Aquinas that they didn't succeed. It was with his last breath that he locked them in the puzzle box. I believe these 4 spirits that came out with Katash are the other 4 Lords of Ash. Mostly because with my readings, I found that their 4 Lords of Ash are essentially encased in their items. Almost like they're trapped in stone. At least their physical forms. They're sealed, they're locked away, they're confined. Where is another question all in itself. If the 4 Lords of Ash are resurrected, they can most definitely release Belshaor. And that would cause a shadow to envelop the entire world.
So whatever's happening, by the way, in the next 10 minutes, is starting, or, well, we saw the start of it, is continuing further something connected if she's seeing something worse. So I think we've pretty much boiled it down to either Marcus or the captain.
Price.
mhm.
Price, yes.
Okay.
So what are we going to do? Where are they meeting? Do we even know that?
Probably in the meeting room. I think the Templars are. If all the Templars are meeting, they're probably meeting in the Templar meeting room.
Well, we can't just barge in there.
Unless
be-
we are Templars.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how we're going to do that, but that's my
10
one
minutes,
angle.
by the way. 10 minutes.
Cass, is there any like old Templar armor lying around somewhere? Do you have access to something?
I do not. I'm not a Templar. I am a Causeway Guard. And Rel has made that very clear. He's the only one who's overseen the Templars' training, their hiring, their everything, their outfitting, their armory, all of it.
If that's
And
a good point.
Can we
Who oversees the? Is it just Captain Price as the bodyguard, or does he have a few men with him? And who
It
oversees
is just
that?
Captain Price.
Just Captain Price.
Price is on the same... He has the rank of captain for the ease of being able to get around Flame Keep. But he is Jael's bodyguard. He's with her 24/7.
Well, hold on. So this is a question out of game. Divine Sense. Would I be able to tell if there would be a demon inside of him? Does
Don't know
a
if-
fiend does a fiend count as a demon? Because it's a detection of good and evil. Are those separate
So-
things?
Detect good and evil is essentially just sensing the aura of the object.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you'd be
it
able
wouldn't
to
tell
tell
you.
if something was good or if it was evil. It can't really tell you what its origin is.
Well, no, the divine sense is detecting creatures.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's for
oh,
creatures,
okay.
not items.
It's
You
maybe
can
I'm not
just-
familiar with it, honestly.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah,
As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow
Wow.
spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead
Yes.
within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. You can use this feature 3 times per short
Okay.
long.
I do know that. I mean, if there is a fiend around and you use the spell, you'll see the fiend, or you'd understand that he's there.
I don't think these bad guys are like possessed. I think they're legit, like just corrupted
Yeah,
by the
well,
shadow. But
Convinced
that's a
of
good,
their
that's a good
own.
thing to have in our back
My
pocket.
reasoning for that is because our issue with Price was he potentially could have came in with a demon because of what people were doing with Warforged. So
Yeah.
I was thinking if this works for that to help zero in on that, we can take out one of the potential offers. So
Yeah.
would it help?
I think so. I think that's a good thing to do. Like as we're going
Okay.
by, just sort of be like,
Here's my concern. As you're going by, Jael is almost always near the flame, which means that Price is almost always near the flame, which means you're using your divine sense next to a deity.
Yeah. It might just
Yeah.
be a giant white aura because it floods the whole room.
And the other problem.
Oh, that's a powerful thing. Because, like, the description is that
Okay.
you sense it in, like, in a sense way, in an odor or that. And if there is an actual deity and demon trapped in this one thing, I feel like it would just be
Too much. Yeah.
like you're walking down a street full of street food, and you
yeah.
can't tell what is what.
Well,
Okay.
So
hold
you
on.
can give it a shot, but I feel like it would just be, like,
Well, okay. Well, wait.
so overpowering.
Well, hold on. So, wait. So the letter also said that the people who were separated are gonna know each other now.
yeah, they're gonna like reveal
They're gonna
themselves
greet
and do
each
their
other.
whole evil
So-
plan.
Potentially at this meeting,
Mm,
whoever's
find-
together is gonna be in that room together.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if we just figure out, we don't know where that meeting's gonna.
I mean,
We got to
we
figure
could.
out where that meeting's gonna be, and if
I-
we find it, then we'll know who the two
I think.
people
I think when we know it, if it doesn't it. He's. Sorry, River. Didn't you say that Rel said something about the meeting room, the Templar
I
meeting room?
thought he specifically told the Templar guy that was with him, like, gather all the guys.
he
We're meeting
did?
up
Okay.
30 minutes in the
Never mind.
meeting room.
Yeah.
Never
So the room has been named.
But if we see
We
like
need to
the
get in.
Cardinal walking in to like give his blessing to all the Templars, and then that might be sort of a red flag.
I think the course of action is to have someone infiltrate the room and be there for when they reveal themselves to each other. And it was at that point that we can then rule out everybody else. We have our cold hard facts.
Well, if I possibly was that person that infiltrated that room, if I sensed in that moment it might not possibly be around anything high or powerful, it would be more selective.
Right, but the problem is getting into the room and staying hidden.
Well, we
For
gotta
you.
get
That's the problem.
we gotta
don't know.
get
Wait.
someone in there regardless. So
Yeah,
Wait.
I think.
So they're
Go ahead.
but they're gonna just reveal themselves.
Yeah, like we don't need
That's
to
also
divine
true.
sense it anymore. Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like they're just gonna
There's no
like
point.
someone.
and the point that that River was making is that I think, well, no, maybe Orin said it, that Rel was very specific on who his guards are and what they're doing. So
Yeah.
if we disguise ourselves as a guard, he's automatically know you're
Yeah.
not mine. And so
Yeah,
Hey.
somebody has to sneak in there, and I feel like the only person with the only
Or-
person who has stealth abilities would be River and his.
And my stealth abilities is turning into a spider.
Let me
I
talk
wanna
to Price. It is one of two people. Let me talk to Price. If it is not Price, it is the Cardinal.
Okay.
And then we kill the Cardinal. We still need to figure out what's going on in there. I think that's a good place to start.
We need to move down there.
Well,
Yeah.
you all figure that out. I'm going to talk to Price.
Okay.
Okay. I have to turn into a
So-
spider.
I would like to
So
go.
what is?
What if you talk to Price and you made sure it's past the time that he's supposed to go to the meeting? And
Ooh.
so if he seems in a big rush,
Listen,
it's like, oh, I'm late.
Let Barshun handle this.
Okay,
Let's
I
walk.
trust you.
Let's
I would
walk.
like to go to
with
Price
Mhm.
and use my enthralling performance feature. Once per short rest, you can choose 4 creatures that watched and listened to you perform for 1 minute. Each target makes a Wisdom saving throw DC 15. If it is charmed. If it fails, for an hour.
Oh, that's fantastic.
With this,
You're trying to get
ability,
JL, the 2 cardinals.
he
and
does
Price.
not know that I try to charm him.
Mhm.
So I would like to charm. Yeah, they both listened. Both
Yeah.
Jael. I can choose 4 creatures. Jael and Price. Wisdom
Was the
saving throw
Cardinal
DC
in that area as
15.
well?
There's the
No,
Hopkins
not
and
likely.
Okay.
the
No,
no, they
he
were
was sitting inside eating his bad meat.
well, no. They stepped out of that room. They stepped out of the kitchen
not
to have
the
a
Cardinal.
conversation. The Marcus would be the one who wasn't there to listen to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
but
did
the
not
other
step
two.
out into that room. But the
Wouldn't
other
hurt to have
4
him
would be
try.
there.
Although
So,
they're
I would
both
first-
clerics, so their wisdom saving throws might be through the roof.
This is, of course, conditional on me finding Price.
Yeah.
So I would like to just exit. I'm walking over there.
I think otherwise, River, if you can try to find a way to sneak in there, keep yourself hidden. Whatever small bug you must become, I'd appreciate your
Thing.
tricks now.
Do you know how
Um,
nauseating it is to go
I
from
am-
being like 6 feet tall to being like 2 inches tall?
I will buy
you
you
have
some
any
delicious
other
food.
ideas?
No, I will buy you some delicious
You're
food
offering me
after this.
food for my nausea. That's not. I hate this.
Sorry.
You haven't even gotten to show you guys my like little fireball thing. Whatever. I'll show you tomorrow.
You don't need the fireball. You need the
Hey, no, but if I do that, then I can't be a
rest-
spider.
The rest of us need to, I think, stay in the general vicinity of the hallway where the meeting room is, and the main cathedral, just in case
And
something
you
happens.
turn into
'cause
one of those wolves.
Wait, under one of those whats?
The roly poly ollies.
I feel like that's a terrible idea. I'd
Or
move
like,
like-
or like
so-
an insect.
I'm gonna assume we all move our way down to that area, in at least the general vicinity where the meeting's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would advise Keth to have guards at the ready, not obvious though. I want them, if I can advise him to have them in the general vicinity, armed and ready for something to happen. Not necessarily that anything will right this second.
Kath's response is, in order to get to my guards, I need to go past that room down to the causeway. There's no way to contact them from up here.
I can.
Is this true? How?
That's up to you.
What do you want to do with them as we're walking?
So you all go to leave. Orin starts packing up all his books and scrolls and brings those with him.
Yep.
He also grabs that weird lantern and brings that with him.
Sick.
As you guys are walking, Keth goes, there is only one order they should have. There's only one order any of us should have, and Orin would agree with me. That is to protect JL until her death. If this goes wrong and something does happen,
Then protect.
I get her to the causeway immediately and get her out of here.
Okay.
What?
Do you want me to let them know?
If you wouldn't mind.
I will bring the top of my staff to my lips and say, who's your most trusted guard of the causeway?
Henderson.
I will aim my sending spell at Henderson. and say,
You would know who he is too, because he talked in that room the first time. So
yeah. So I will aim it at him, and I will say, this message is from Kef. You and the Castaway Guard are being ordered to
Protect JL.
actively protect JL.
Yeah.
Something is
Might.
brewing. Move now. Subtly.
okay,
And I'll see if I get a response.
can he message back
He can reply with 25 words.
with 25 words?
No revivify, guys.
There's really loud
It was
fireworks outside.
Fireworks. I thought the door behind me was opening. I'm like, Chloe's not here. So he responds with affirmative. Operation Tortoise in place.
Turtle.
I have a
repeat that back.
question.
Mhm.
Quick question. Would I have heard that his one order, like as I'm walking out, would I hear him say?
He said it to all of you.
Oh, he did. Okay. I'm gonna go and chill over near JL.
I think that's where everybody was kind of heading.
Yeah, we're going all in that general direction.
I just mean I'm gonna stay on that side of the room and just sort of stay as close to her without like being extremely close to her bodyguard as possible.
Okay, so entering the cathedral, you approach up towards the Silver Flame. JL is sitting on the stairs with Price standing by her side. Up the stairs a bit on one of the platforms is Hopkins and Danis, and they kind of seem to be speaking to each other. Yeah, that's it. Those are the people who are here.
4.
That's 4 of them. Yeah.
That all heard me sing the Tale of Ragnar the Red.
They were
Yeah.
in the room, yeah, I guess. They were on the other side of the room, but sure.
Sick. All of them. DC 15 Wisdom saving throws. Ones who fail are charmed, and I have advantage on social interaction with them for an hour.
Okay. Danis and Hopkins pass. JL fails. Price fails. But you feel like your spell is ineffective. Having cast it before on people, they normally have a certain demeanor. He does not take that demeanor.
Warforged. Yeah.
They aren't people, they're constructs. So technically they're monsters.
Yeah, they were originally
Yeah.
created as
They
such.
Interesting.
they literally have an ability called like
That's like a racial trait.
yeah, called
Yeah.
like
That's real-
domination
No, I
and
missed
unity.
that.
They can't be dominated by anything that's
Magic.
well, anything that would affect a humanoid because they're not humanoids. They're living constructs. So you would have to use a like charm monster or pacify monster spell because they don't work the same way. Yeah, it is really it's cool because essentially clerics have no power over them. That's one of the reasons why they were so powerful in the last war because you couldn't just pacify an army; they would just walk right through it. I have to go to the bathroom.
Enthralling
that's it.
performance doesn't say humanoid, it says creatures.
No, but that's the charm effect cannot work
The
on
charm
a
effect doesn't
Warforged.
work
They're
on
immune
him.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It's a
Charm monster works on him.
Oh, safe.
Dominate monster, charm monster, affect Warforged.
I do know it may be.
Dominate person, charm
Oh, no.
person, does not.
Don't want to assume. As far as player character Warforges go, they are considered maybe humanoid?
No, they aren't.
No?
It's literally in their class descript like their race descriptor that they have domination immunity.
Gotcha.
Okay, we'll go to the bathroom. We'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Hold on, I'm reading now.
Okay.
I'll never go to the bathroom ever again.
Hold it.
It's a bad idea.
Or get a cup. Cups are effective. I do have a plan once he's gone.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, oh, yay. Can't wait for that one. I'll be back.
I don't know. According to this, it says, from what I'm reading, about people talk about this very thing because somebody tried to use enthralling performance on a troll, and from what I'm reading here, rules as written with the spell, it's used against humanoids, not against creatures. That's just because trolls are giants, so apparently it doesn't work against trolls. I mean, I'm down to dispute it. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, go.
So I kind of want Josh here for it, but my plan, the reason I want to stay close to jail, it'll take a little bit to get to it, but I can create a steed, give it expeditious retreat, and if both of us are on it, I have Marine Layer, 20-foot thing of fog, and anyone within 5 feet of me can see through the fog, so I can get her and I out of there. I'm gonna start with that.
Yeah, that's a good call.
If that's it, just so I can at least get a bit of a shield for the both of us. I'll follow up with that with giving myself Expedius and then go from there. But I have her on lock, just so we know.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay, Josh. Before you say your plan, so for JL, if she is a target, I'm gonna go Marine Layer. 20-foot surrounding, she can see and I can see anyone within 5 feet, so we're protected from outside attacks somewhat. And then next chance I get Expeditious Retreat, and I'll get us both to the door.
Okay. So, what my plan for her was casting Warding Bond on her, which gives her a +1 to AC and resistance to all damage. So, even if there's an AoE effect, maybe something happens to the flame, then she's a kid, she'll have resistance to all damage. I'll take some of it, but that should protect her a little bit, and then I'll give Bless to 4 of you.
Okay.
Oh, no, hold on. No, that's awesome. Warding Bond is not so I'm going to ask him also if my Emboldening Bond is able to stack with Bless, because I think it can, because it's not concentration. So theoretically, 3 of you would get 2d4 to every attack. And saving throw.
I'd work on escape, so don't worry about me.
Okay.
On the attack.
I am back.
Alrighty. I'm seeing
Jeremy Crawford.
I was about to, got a Crawford.
Warforged aren't constructs, they're artificial humanoids. It means the rules treat them like humanoids.
In previous versions, they were like monstrous things, so that might
Prior
be the forms that you're finding.
Prior to Eberron and them being player creatures.
Yeah, and I'm bringing up their...
That's what I'm saying.
Their thing here. Just
So,
take a peek.
DM's discretion, I guess.
Or was it that jail had to go that the guards wanted her taken?
Nowhere.
Jail's still in the main area.
There was nothing about her positioning.
If something went bad, their job
to the
causeway.
Yeah.
Causeway. Thank
They're
you.
just going to take her and leave.
And get her out of Flamekeep, yeah.
But in the words of Israel Houghton, you had the final word.
Stop.
Final word.
So, magic can't put them to sleep. Is one thing.
You actually do look like the banker from Deal or No Deal. Just want to let you know that.
Yeah, in the Eberron book, there's nothing talking about being charmed. Advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. Resistance to poison damage. Don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. Immune to disease. Don't need to sleep. Magic can't put you to sleep. Let's see. When you take a long rest, it's 6 hours. You have +1 AC. There's a special thing about armor.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I don't see. Yeah, I wasn't seeing anything but the charmed. As for the Warforged player race, there was nothing about being charmed.
There's no difference between the Warforged player race and the Warforged NPC race. They're the same exact thing. Because as D&D works, if you can play it and it's in the game, you are it. It doesn't automatically change to be something different because you're now a player.
No, I'm
like
saying
if you're
that.
playing
But
a creature, you're playing a creature.
oh no, what I'm saying is that the distinction before was that they were only monsters, and now that they are a playable character race, that ruling has changed.
They are humanoid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not.
I am
I'm
seeing
not,
a lot. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's one or the other. I'm saying it was that way, like you were talking about before, and now it's changed.
I am seeing a lot of like old forum posts from like 2008, 2012 talking about them and talking about like whether or not they can be charmed and all their immunities and things like that. But ultimately, it's DM's discretion.
I
But
mean,
yeah, great.
okay,
DM
because what
discretion.
I'm reading is from Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah,
From
no,
Eberron.
that's unreleased. This is the official.
I mean,
Things
I'm
change
also
between-
reading tweets from the creator of Eberron,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't call anything he says unreleased. But we'll go with it. I don't really care. It doesn't affect what's going to
No,
happen.
it's your ruling. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're,
So
we're
it's
just
your
trying to-
ruling
Because I
between the
would-
creator of the world or
If
or
we
Wizards
had
of the Coast.
more time, and this was actually important, I think from here on out, I would say they can't be charmed because that's the way I've always played them.
then
But
we'll play them that way.
we'll do it with today because that's fine. Because again, it's not going to highly affect what's about to happen,
So that means he's not evil.
as far as you know.
Okay. Then.
Okay. Cool. Then I go directly to Price and say, I need you to be straight with me. Has the shadow affected you in any way that you are working in any way against the interests of the Church of the Silver Flame? I am trying to persuade him to tell me. So I will roll persuasion with advantage. $25.
Price's response would be, how would I word it? Simply, no. I refuse to communicate with the Flame for that very purpose. Not everyone is as talented as JL.
Alright. Well, we didn't. I was whisked away before, and then. Long story short, it's going to break very bad. Jail almost certainly will be the target, as the most important person in this building. And yeah. So, be ready. Rel is going to betray the church, most likely. Possibly someone else. We'll see.
I'm standing right there. Can I insight check that Warforged on his answer?
Sure.
I can certainly insight check the Warforged with, again, advantage that I have with him being charged with it being a social thing.
How long did that spell you
An hour. They're charged for an hour.
Josh?
It's not a spell. It is a class feature.
No,
Josh, I'm sorry.
The plus D4.
the plus D4. How long did
It
that
was only
last?
10 minutes.
Yeah, that's minutes gone
That's
now.
way gone.
I'll
13.
put it back up, but not right now.
I mean, Warforged have no facial expressions, so if you're
Yeah.
trying to read it, it's almost impossible.
Okay. As soon as things seem like, hey, things are going upside down, and the evil plan is going into motion. I want to get as close as I can to JL, and start pushing her towards the causeway when that moment comes.
Oh,
Just so
okay.
you know.
I'd also like to go to jail and say to her, "You carry a weight which I could never understand. But the people who are here right now will do everything that we can to know that you are safe. And you are kept protected. So take heart." Persuasion with advantage. 25 again.
You persuaded the 13-year-old girl.
Hell yes.
Good job. JL responds with, I knew something was going to happen once you six showed up. It's the same nightmare I've been having for weeks. But I can't leave the flame here. I'm the keeper of the Silver Flame. I can't leave this place. I need to stay here and make sure it's safe.
I will.
Glance over at the lantern. And I go to Orn and ask him, quietly, "Can the flame be moved?"
Not in an orthodox way.
I look down at the lantern and look up at him and just nod and am happy to continue on to the Templar area.
Anything else anyone wants to say in here?
I'm waiting out in the hallway, waiting for River to go in as a bug and then come out.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So, we're in the sanctuary type place right now. Okay. I would just, as Barshun makes the suggestion with the lantern, I'll just kind of kneel down to JL and be like, no matter your nightmare, we're gonna keep you safe. And I'll take the ring off of my right middle finger and give it to her. Say, for the time being, I want you to have this. Put it on for me.
She puts it on the largest finger. It's on her thumb because your hands are drastically larger than hers.
Yeah. And I will kind of reach on top of my staff and kind of do a grabbing motion, and the energy will kind of form in my hand, and I will create a string from my ring on my right ring finger to hers, and it will kind of solidify and then dissipate, and I cast Warding Bond on the both of us. And I would like to imagine the ring kind of magically resize it to her finger.
Yeah, definitely.
So that, for the next hour, will give her resistance to all damage and a +1 to her AC and saving throws.
That's really good.
And if she takes any damage, I also take damage.
Yeah.
You take like half of her damage or something?
Full damage.
Oh, it's full. Okay.
But
that's what happens when you get resistances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll say, and I'll point to Pike. I want to stay close to him too. And I'll stand up and prepare myself.
Okay. You guys reach the Templar room. What do you do?
Oh, anyone got any ideas?
Unfortunately, River, I think you are the only one with the capabilities to sneak in there undetected.
All right. Just like a wooden door.
It's a wooden door.
Crack underneath.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay.
Well, the barge in and stop it.
Yeah,
I think
but
we
then
need the evidence first, and then we can barge in.
I think so.
So Balder,
Okay.
you will wait here with me, and when he comes out with the clear cut, this is who the two people are, we will go in for the arrest.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to just arrest him. I feel
Probably
like
not,
They're
but
gonna,
they're gonna do something regardless.
Yeah, and then you smash down the door. All right. Well, I guess Balder, watch this. And I feel like I do like a spin and just like
Shrink.
like cartoon style, like yeah, like shrink down like a little tornado. And then there's just a spider on the floor, and I raise one of my 8 legs and just wave at you guys, and then go skitter off.
It's so far away. It takes a long time for your little legs to get there.
Yeah, we stand there watching
I
you
was
for like,
20 per round.
for like 8 seconds to get
would've
to the
cared-
front of the door from where.
I would get him
Thanks.
close enough. So he
Thank
can
you.
just
I
go.
Who
appreciate
is
that.
at the Templar room and who is in the cathedral?
I am in the hallway by
So-
the Templar room.
I'm still in the cathedral with jail.
I'm in the cathedral with jail.
Room.
Room.
So I think it's Matthias, Barshoon, and Spike in the cathedral. The other 3 of us are in the hallway or going into the room.
Okay.
No. I'm with you guys.
Oh, you're not gonna be in the cathedral? I thought you
Nope.
were gonna stay there. Okay,
Nah.
cool. So 2 of them down there, 4 of us up here.
Even.
River enters the room.
You have a whole set of guards.
You climb up one of the walls immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's a few dozen chairs in this room, but only about 4 people. Sitting in a small circle, kind of close to the door, are 4 Templars. You've seen them around. They have the Templar armor on. They have the dragon head on one of their shoulders. And they're talking to each other. And one of them says, "So how long do we wait?" And another one says, "He said 10 minutes. At that point, we go downstairs. We kill the causeway guards. Simple." Okay. You got any good drinking stories? Oh, yeah, sure. Well, and they just start talking about mundane stuff.
Okay. Dang.
Good thing the causeway guard aren't in the causeway. The causeway guard should be with JL at this point, right? I'm assuming Keth and all of them are there.
Well, he told him to move without attracting
running
We're
suspicion.
doing Operation Turtle, okay?
Nobody
Operation
nobody
Tortoise.
asked Kath what Operation Tortoise is.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do any of you have like message?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I absolutely do.
Okay,
I don't.
because that's the only way we're gonna be able to communicate.
Yeah, 120 feet.
Oh, true.
I'm very familiar with the target.
Yeah.
I know that it's beyond the barrier of the door.
Cool. Then yeah, I'm just gonna communicate back. 4 of them in here, waiting for probably Rel. And if they don't get here soon, they're gonna go downstairs and kill the guards. Skitter, skitter, skitter.
Skitter.
Very good.
Hey, Cathedral guys.
Yes.
How's it going?
Out of game. Holy crap, we missed the meeting. Who's the second person? In game.
Where was
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
do we see any causeway guards up to the cathedral?
Yeah, so there were actually a few in here when you got up here. There were only like 4 of them. And they were kind of moving towards the back of the room.
Yeah.
You guys remember what the cathedral looks like, right? Silver flames in the middle, and then there's the pews with all the candelabras.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In an instant, all of the candelabras blow out. The only thing lighting the room now is the silver flame.
Do I have time to do something?
Same here.
You can take 1 action
Okay.
as a response to what just happened.
You first, Josh.
just as a reaction, because I don't know anything, I'm just gonna slam my staff down and create echo and cast light on my staff.
Okay.
I am going to immediately do Marine Layer around me and Vale. It is as an action, you channel the sea, creating a thick cloud of fog that surrounds you and heavily obscures your area for 20 feet in all directions, following as you move. You and all creatures within 5 feet of you instead treat this fog as lightly obscured. This fog lasts for 10 whole minutes, spreads around corners, and cannot be dispersed.
That's cool.
That's so
And
Nice.
so I just sort of picture like I just stomp my foot and water goes around and it lifts up and turns into a mist
Yeah.
that just covers the area around us.
That's pretty rad. How big is the space?
20 feet.
Cool.
All around.
Okay. So you and JL are in there. Price is not. Hopkins and Danis have come down the stairs at this point. And Matthias and Orn and Teller and Kath are all outside of the circle. So everybody except for you and JL. From the other side of the room, there's movement. It just sounds like someone walking through the room, like the echoing of footsteps. A figure's shape can kind of be made out by the light of the silver flame. And Rel walks out of the shadows and... Well, I guess everyone's here now, huh? This makes it a lot easier.
Or maybe harder.
Did he see us go into the fog? Or was the fog up when he walked?
The fog would probably be up, yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, what's that weird fog over there?
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought I saw Jeffrey go into it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting because for the first time, Josh's character was like, "Stay with Spite."
The clatter of footsteps can be heard throughout the darkness all over. Orn stands next to Matthias, and he says, "Reveal yourself." And he reaches into his pouch and he pulls out like this golden sand, and he actually throws it in front of you and him. And you can now see like Rel's aura. He's cast like a mass detect good and evil. And Rel goes, you actually see the outline of a white aura, which is typically good. And Rel goes, oh, I guess I could show you. And he pulls a ring off his finger and he drops it on the floor, and that white aura just drifts away and slowly turns red. And he goes, oh, I guess we all can show you. And you hear the clattering of that same sound just echoing throughout the room. And in the darkness, you can just see red aura after red aura after red aura just filling the room.
Yes, I think it's a bit worse than we thought it was going to be.
Are you going to have your fun? Or should we just get to it?
Let's try not to die.
Rel says, I'm kind of glad that you all showed up. It'll be nice to kill the 6 of you as well. She's talked about you so much, appearing, the 6, la 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 la. There is no hope for Thrain, and there is no hope for Eberron. The claws of Kyber are now in motion, and they cannot be stopped. Price steps up in front of you, Matthias. And on the left of Orn, Hopkins and Danis walk up. And Price says, well, if you mean to kill us, you might as well put up a fight. And he flicks his wrists, and both of his hands detach. And they become essentially ball maces. He has a chain up his arm, and they go down. They clench around themselves, and those spikes that are on his knuckles make a 3-spike, circular Morningstar ball mace. He looks at you, Matthias, and he says, no matter what happens, no matter who dies, you get her out of here. Do you understand?
With my life.
Then he says, do you know how to whistle? Warforged are built with the inability to whistle.
I believe so.
Good. Whistle for me. Roll me a whistle check.
All right.
What?
Not gonna lie, that's kind of a lame whistle.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad whistle.
The mic probably cut out.
Yeah, the mic.
Yeah, it's Discord.
It's got
stops
noise canceling.
Yeah.
13.
Oh my gosh.
A 13.
Yeah.
You let out a shrill whistle, and you hear something large moving from behind you. And a dash like a shadow jumps over you and Price, over the silver flame,
Yeah.
and lands behind Rel. And in the darkness, you can see the glowing eyes of Skevion, the protector of the Keeper.
Yes. Do we hear the whistle from across the hall?
You can hear it down the hall. You can also hear the clashing of Skevion into the darkness.
Cool. Barshun, tell River, I think we need to go downstairs. And me and Balder are going to... I'm going to signal to Balder that we should go.
What about the guys inside?
Time to go.
Good night, J. Marie. Thanks for tuning in.
If you want to take them out, sure. But we need to go downstairs. Down the hall, there is loud noises, and it is... Sounds big.
Excuse me.
Right after the Warforged dropped the maces and the morning stars or whatever came out of his hand,
Flails, essentially.
I look down at Jail and I say, "That's pretty cool. Watch this." And I do that, and as water runs down my arm, the blue skin changes to crab and shell, and my arm comes to a point, and you see a long rapier arm, and I just hold it at the ready.
JL just responds with, "You're very, very odd."
Bloody awesome too.
So the four of you are going to return to the cathedral? Or are you heading down to the causeway?
Did the
What?
guards leave to go to the causeway?
Not the four that were in that room, no.
Yet.
That's right, because
Well,
the
what is-
guards at the causeway are likely under assault currently.
We're about to be.
Or they're about to be. Question. I have an idea for the four of us, actually. Balder, I need you to go down to the causeway. You are going to be there with the causeway guards. When the four go down there, we're gonna let them go. We're gonna let the four guards go downstairs. Balder and me are going to take them out, protecting the causeway so we can leave with JL. The other two go back and help in the main room.
I mean, right now, I'm not trapped in there with them. They're trapped in there with me.
This is also true. But if they think nothing's wrong, it might be easier to ambush them when we also have more backup with the causeway guard.
Right now, they think nothing is wrong, and then a man that once was a fighter is going to drop from the ceiling behind them.
My thought is having 2 or 4 people fight them versus 8. And depending on the CR of these guys, that might be a help. That was my thought.
No, that is a fair point.
That was
there is a guy ready to bust down the door, though.
I'm
I
going
feel like
to lean up against the door pull out a set of pipes from behind me and start whistling through the pipes a tune that goes something like do 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 do, and use my pipes of haunting to have them DC 15 wisdom check, or else they are frightened of me. The 4 that are in that room.
You just play spooky, scary skeletons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to place it. Thank you.
With the pipe that you stole from your former.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
Great.
one of them, Joe can see this, reacts in a, what is that? Like, kind of manner. Like, the Banshee of the Manor is back. Another one stands up and smacks him across the face and goes, I told you there is no Banshee, but there's someone at the door. It's time. The 4 of them stand up and, like, head towards the door.
Alrighty.
Just
you tell
to
us?
let you know, it was a 14, 19, 19, 20.
Oh my gosh.
They are not spooked. They don't get spooked.
I mean, the 14 one is.
Yeah, and he got smacked across the face by the 20.
Can I like perception when they're like?
Technically
shut
he wouldn't go any
up?
closer to the door, but yeah, I
He would-
get what you're.
I
from
would
this
say,
person right now.
and as I normally do, the natural 20 overrules.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the same thing I would have given
Oh,
you.
the nat 20 guy.
A nat
smacked
20
the
guy smacks
14
him in the
guy
face, says, hey, stop
Yeah.
it.
Okay, that would happen
That's
for
right.
us on the
Oh,
player
yeah,
side
if it
too.
went the
Okay,
other way,
yeah,
one of
yep.
you kept your mind so saying you saved another one.
Yeah. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Great.
I feel like this is the best use of it. As yeah, if they go to the door and like open it, as they do that, I'm going to drop from the ceiling and cast Conjure Animals.
What kind of animals?
8 wolves
Oh, okay.
behind them in the room.
Question:
I'm so
Can I ride one?
You can try.
They are not that big.
They're
No, they
normal
aren't.
wolves.
I could have summoned 8 riding horses.
You should
but
have
they're
done
not
that.
as good at combat.
Well, not when they're all
Surprisingly.
running down one hallway.
Yeah.
My God.
Those are very useful horses.
to the key.
Okay, so you drop from the ceiling, you summon 8 wolves.
As they're opening the door, I don't know if they see Barshoon outside real quick.
Oh, hello,
Yeah,
friends.
I would say they open the door, they see Barshoon, you drop from the ceiling, you summon wolves. Pause. We go back to the cathedral. Orn says to Matthias, whatever your name is, because Jordan has confused me so much.
Sorry.
Matthias.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna call you Matty Matt. He says to you, I need you to buy me probably 10 minutes. And he takes the lantern out of his satchel. And he goes, and after 10 minutes, we get JL out of here.
Okay.
Ah, good. And then he goes, I am very sorry, JL. And he turns towards the silver flame. And he begins to chant in the darkest form of Draconic you've ever heard. And the flame, the lid on the lantern, the skull lid, opens itself up. And it looks like the flame is beginning to be sucked into the lantern. Like the air from the lantern is just sucking the flame into it.
Makes sense.
And that's where we're stopped.
Nice.
Frick you.
Dang.
Oh! I want to punch some people. They're all gonna die.
Spooky, scary skeletons, shivers down your spine.
Oh man.
I haven't never played a bard before. This is great.
They're the best.
They're so fun.
I don't care about the mechanics. I just get to do songs. Silly songs with bards. It's wonderful. Woo!
You really miss out on making your character's name Larry, so you could do silly songs with Larry.
Sure.
Yeah.
So did anyone else pop that lantern silver flame connection? Oh, that was so spicy, Trevor.
I would hope so.
That was so spicy.
I didn't. Honestly,
That
I didn't
setup?
catch that.
Like Giles, like I can't leave the silver flame.
Oh, yeah,
Take
yeah.
the silver flame with you,
Well, that I was thinking, but I didn't think
or
of.
take lantern.
And that
Yeah.
the lantern can hold things, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, that was
Oh
good.
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for this.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the. I wouldn't call this the end of the prelude, but this is kind of like where it actually takes off. This is where everything actually goes down.
Where we steal a god.
We steal a god, protect her,
Guys.
the god's keeper.
There
Honestly,
is
That would be a first for me.
there is so much,
It would.
so much I have ready for the scene after this combat. I so wanted to get there tonight, but
We'll get through a
there's
combat.
a
That's funny.
combat, which
Yeah.
with us it's gonna take like an hour.
Well, especially with the fact that there's all these NPCs.
Yeah. Well,
That-
I'll,
and
I'll
the
show you how I'm
wolves.
gonna do it because the way I'm going to run with like Hopkins and Danis and them is kind of. You ever play like the Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, like that hack and slash game or the Two Towers, that one, and like Gandalf shows up to help you, but he like fights some random orcs over there in the side. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Like-
distract X while you guys fight X.
They're holding people at bay.
Yeah, because
and they're
I'm
trading
not going to
blows.
try to run a level 10 cleric, a level 10 fighter, a level 10. There's so much. I looked up the stats for everything. I was like, this is going to take me forever. Giving them all actions alone and putting them into stuff is insane.
Price's weapons, 10 out of 10. That's such a good option. Just drops them down and has 2 flails. Oh, it's beautiful.
I
Doesn't
thought
help
of
any
that
of these.
before I thought of his name.
He's
I was like,
terrifying.
how do I make a really cool Warforged?
The name is amazing. I love that.
The highest value.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's actually pretty cool lore for him.
It
I like
took
that.
me so long to come up with the name at maximum price because originally I was going to call him Val, and it was going to be highest value. And then I was like, I don't like that as much. And then I was going to call him Max, and then I was like, well, let's call him Price. Like, that's cool. So, but yeah,
Very good.
I enjoy his lore. I
This
enjoy
is
him.
fantastic.
I would actually
Mix-
probably play him at some point.
Is he technically a paladin? Or is he a fighter?
I think he would be a paladin. The Silver Flame is weird though because they don't really have paladins.
They really don't.
They don't have like a subclass or like you can't play a Silver Flame paladin. It's very odd.
Yeah.
They have when it comes to the church, they have their Templars and they have exorcists
And they have clerics.
and they have clerics. So it's
Yeah.
it's really weird. I didn't hear anything you
Say
said,
again?
Jordan.
Your mic's too
I
far.
said like so.
Move
like,
your mic
warlocks?
closer to your face.
Ah, there
There
we go.
you go.
Warlocks.
That's kind of what the exorcists are. They're
Okay.
they're their casters. So
Yeah.
but they don't
They
have
do a
like
lo-
you can have a paladin of the Silver Flame, but they don't really have like a specific skill set or like class
Yeah.
list. I've seen a lot of homebrewed ones, and I really wish there was one for having such an important religion in Eberron and not having an official like thing for it is kind of upsetting.
Yeah.
But then again,
he is
you-
the paladin
you
of
see,
the Silver Flame.
you see this a lot in Eberron. There are very little details to things. Trying
Yeah,
to
well,
find
'cause-
a map of Flamekeep doesn't exist. I tried very hard.
Yeah, because the
There's
writer's
not
intention
even any
was.
information on it. It's just open, so you can have whatever you want.
Yeah, his intention was here's the world, here's the history behind what happened,
Mm-hmm.
do with it what you want.
Yeah.
He left it very open,
So
which is good.
that's why I've seen like a lot of homebrewed like Silver Flame stuff, which I thought was really
Yeah.
cool. So
I like it.
yeah, y'all
love
gonna
where
steal
this
a
is going.
deity real quick.
Steal a deity, protect
be
the
great.
keeper.
Hold my
That's a
beer
deity.
while I steal this god.
Hope you
We-
guys
we have
don't
8
need
wolves.
reviving. Because I don't have my 3rd level slot.
Yeah, I've only
Oh,
got
you-
one.
That's yeah. I don't
mean, if
have a
anybody
lot of
wants
spells.
Fake death, I can help you with that.
That's good.
Yes,
good to
it'll
know.
be very helpful.
I feel like
I'm
all 4
healing.
of my first levels are gonna be. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna just be cure wounds, cure wounds, cure wounds, cure wounds. It's gonna be rough.
Dang, I was really hoping that you'd get the chance to use your wild shape in combat.
Yeah, yeah.
I know the pressure you were having to try and avoid to use
Yep.
the spider
It-
the second time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was the way to go.
I
though.
was really trying to
yeah.
sway you guys away from going there, but I was like, I'm not going to just say that.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause
It was-
I know what's going on in there. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But I'm not going to just say, go here, do this.
It was
Yeah, that's why
what made
once
sense.
I realized that, I was kind of like, oh, we can go now.
Yeah. I'm
No,
also so glad.
yeah.
Oh no, you go.
No, I was just gonna say that it added to the tension that we missed the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also
To find
adds to the
that out,
tension
it's
that
like,
there's
oh,
only
dude.
2 of you in the room with JL. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
if you want to put 4 people in a different room, that's fine.
Well,
I mean,
I was.
now that I'm
No.
we're opening a door and seeing 8 wolves, I'm gonna punch a dude and then run over.
Yeah,
It's
like
okay.
probably a good way to go. I'm so glad that Rel was
Ken
like,
Norton is there to
now I
save
have all
them.
of you in one place. It's gonna make it a lot easier. I'm like, come on, what am I?
We're not all there.
He's an idiot. He's an
not that
You
we
are a
could
very
take him-
tiny spider.
Not that
Yes.
we could take him on our
Not
own.
anymore.
But like, in protecting JL, I feel like we got it solid for the start. I
Yeah,
feel
Yeah.
like we're good for a little bit.
Yeah. You have to essentially last 10 minutes.
Well, that's how long the marine layer lasts. So
All right.
nice.
So that's what Orin says
Yeah.
is he needs 10 minutes. He has to ritually
He has to
cast,
do the
essentially.
ritually.
yeah,
All right, everybody
Yeah.
cast their 10-minute long duration spells.
Yep.
That's-
Yeah, my wolves last an hour. We're good.
oh sick.
Well,
You
until they
don't-
die. But
How many rounds of combat is 10 minutes?
that's
60.
what.
60.
Yeah.
60.
60?
No,
No, it's a lot more than
a
that.
100.
Yeah.
100.
Hey, we'll see. I don't
Dang.
think we're going to go 100 rounds.
Let's not.
10 minutes in the ring with me.
Okay, I got ideas.
100 rounds in the.
If we don't
100
last
rounds in the
60
ring with
rounds,
me. All right, I'm going to
they
shut down
don't last
stream.
60 rounds.
Good night, whoever's
Oh,
still
okay.
here. Thanks for watching. We love you.
Yeah.
We'll see you later. I'll be back this week. They'll be back next week. Bye.
bye.